Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. How is everybody doing this fine Monday? I'm a little tired. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning because today was the day to do the transfer with the granddaughter. She's gone. The house is quiet. It's actually too quiet. I've kind of got used to the quiet and now it's gone. But I'll adjust. So now it's just puppies and dogs. So how's everybody doing? I enjoyed. I was happy to have on my drive, PMR the studio, Mariah and P with the fish book, and all the chatting and things. So it was good. It was not good to not to be able to see some of the things, but I'll have to go back and check out the visual. But having y'all hanging out with me in the car was pretty doggone good. My granddaughter went to sleep. Hi, Julie Parker. Hi, Lydia. Hello, Zal. Jennifer McKinnon. What's up? What's up? So, Cookie Wookie. I had some cookies earlier. Stopped by Michael's and got me some new paints. I got this new acrylic. Well, not really, but it's the Golden brand of Prussian blue. And I had $30 in coupons that were going to expire the 25th. So got a couple of Liquitex and a couple of yellow big old folk art because I like the blue. And then I got another. Oh, and then bronze yellow. And then I got another something else. So my total would have been 52. I think 51 something. I walked out the door, $10. Save your coupons, guys. Save your coupons. Get back to couponing. I wish I could coupon some gas. Well, I kind of can. I do get 10 cent off for gas for my whatever that thing is. So it kind of works out. Kind of. So how's everybody doing? How is everybody doing this fine Monday? I made it through the weekend. If you know, you know. Mr. McCoy was supposed to be off today, but then last night he was just like, gotta go in. I was like, oh, okay, no problem. So, but he'll be off tomorrow. Can't go to work tomorrow. He got puppies to take to the vet. The puppies go to the vet tomorrow. I had to put some lotion on my hands. I felt like I had been playing in flour. As you can see, the gel plate is on the table. And that was because the granddaughter had some fun doing gel printing last night. She took her prints with her. We framed them up and all the things. Hey, Jackie. So they're there, and no worries. Like some of the stuff we showed a little bit. So as for today, we will be talking about. I changed it up, like literally, as I was driving home. I was in my thought process thinking about forgiving and forgiveness, and I was talking to my niece on the phone, and it's like you got to set your boundaries. You got to decide what you're willing to deal with and what you're not, and then you got to ask yourself: are your expectations too high for people to meet? Way back when, in past, not past life, but past times, and for me, and my journey, I had to not lower my expectations, but I had to say maybe this is one of the places that I can maybe give a little bit, and then maybe see if it's something that I really need. Now remember, for all those that really know me, I'm bougie. I've accepted the fact that I'm bougie. I don't like all things. I'm selective as to who I have in my space for a reason. And that's because I think when you get me, and you respect me. And that's kind of the way I reciprocate. We talk about reciprocity over here all the time. So I want to share with y'all what I did with the members on yesterday because we met yesterday. And these are the final products. We did watercoloring yesterday. So these were three of them. I turned these into cards. Please excuse the paint that I slapped on there. You know, I like slapping paint on paper. So I literally slapped the brayer, you know. And so it was just like, oh, that's going to be something. I'm going to add it to mixed media or something. Our next live, our Zoom for my members, we do Zoom once a month and we create. And so the next one we're looking at doing mixed media, a bee project. It's kind of bring the bee off the page kind of thing. Have to get with Barb because if we do, she'll facilitate that. I know I do mixed media, but I do it a little differently. So that was that. And then these are already their cards ready to go. And my own handwriting on it, create joy. This one is live for moments. Ready to put the sentiment in there. And keep on creating. Because remember, if you're here, you are still breathing, you're still creating, you're still trying. You, if you're still here right now, you get to rewrite the story. Don't quit, right? Because why? You're still here. Okay, so share those. I think I don't have much show and tell. The papers, I did a long haul because my granddaughter wanted to know when P was doing a long haul and they kept talking about long haul. She wanted to know what a long haul was. So she's the type that she likes to see. She's a learner. She wants to see. Okay, let's see. Is this straight? Something is kind of feel like it's crooked. About there. I think that's about good enough. About as good as it's going to get. And so I told her, I was like, well, how about we just show you? Let me back up a little bit so you can get that plate. There it is. We want all 12 by 12. And then I said I might bring out the big girl. Well, the big boy. We call it Champ. My big 16 by 20 because I haven't brought it out lately. All right. So I was saying I changed the title. The title was, I forgot what it was. It was something. It had something to do with armor. Because how do we have strength without armor was the thumbnail, but the actual title, Grief Artist, having strength without armor. But I want you to think about how do we have strength without armor? Have strength without armor. And you're like, armor? What's armor? Armor is more of, you remember back in the day, there's like sticks and stones will never hurt me. We talked about that. Ooh, let me put on my do not disturb. That's what I didn't do. There we go. We don't want nobody knocking us off until this evening. There we go. But how do you? It was a good question for me because along with the conversation that I was kind of thinking about driving home, I was thinking about forgive so that I have to forgive. This is how it works. I have to forgive. I'm going to talk about me. And if this fits you, then, claim it. You can use it. But I have to forgive so that I can have more love and more peace in my life. If I don't forgive and if I don't let people off the hook, so to speak, and let them kind of be whoever they want to be, then I'm going to be over here stewing in something. And then most of the time, people are not going to care. Not that they don't care. They just don't know. I'm not going to say they don't care. They don't know. But when you have armor feels like sometimes you're shutting down emotionally, right? Staying guarded even when you're safe. And I don't mean safe as in, well, put safe where you need safe. My safety is when I'm not around people that I know is going to hurt me. Hey, Lindaville. And what I mean by hurt me, meaning by say crazy things. Hey, Vicky, happy Monday. Say crazy things, do crazy things, and I start all of this off with family. Family usually are the ones that kind of knock you in the head. Let's put some paint on this thing so we can knock that glare out. And then I'm going to do some things intentional. We're going to do some intentional things because I'm going to turn not a couple, but whatever I do today, I'm going to turn it into a card. We're going to go full regalia over here today. And I'm trying to stay woke. I refuse to drink coffee because it's 85 degrees. And remember, my air conditioner is still not fixed in my studio. So I got air pumping in the house. I got the door to the studio open. So that light bill is probably going to be a little steep because I'm overworking it. But it's okay. It's okay. We can't be hot. Can't be hot. And can't. And ain't. And won't. Okay, but armor feels like shutting down emotionally, staying guarded even when you are safe, not letting people get close. That one's mine. Always being ready for something to go wrong. I don't know if y'all ever saw the Kings of Comedy, but Cedric the Entertainer, he did a bit with his show, and part of his thing would be like, he'd be like, I wish somebody would sit in my seat. I'm gonna be late. I wish they would be in my seat. Like, he's already being ready for the confrontation, right? I've been looking at some videos and on the social media and looking at people, that they're just confrontational. They're on guard. They're ready. Like, people got their phones on the ready, right? They are ready for something to go wrong. And it makes sense because at this point in time, I mean, everybody's doing it. Now, redefining what strength actually is. Let's do that a little bit. Okay? Let's do that. Let's do that. A lot of people think strength means that you're not feeling it, or you're kind of setting yourself up for the okie doke. Well, just forgive them, because you need to have your peace. You need to be able to just, not let it bother you. Or this is the one I always get. They didn't mean no harm, or they didn't mean it that way. And so when you redefine your strength, that's what it's actually doing. It's not reacting, not needing anyone, not feeling. All those things right there kind of is having no honor, no armor, and no honor too. I mean, if you think about it. But that's not strength. Usually that's suppression. Like, you're just holding it in, holding it down or something like that. I don't know. You're not expressing how you really feel. Somebody hurt your feelings and you don't really, talk about it. Ever. I mean, ever, ever. Ever, ever, never, ever. Right? But real strength is feeling something. It's really, like, really talking about it, talking it out, saying how you feel, being aware of what happened, and still being grounded, right? Staying open so that whatever it is, you can find the strength to forgive. This is where it comes in. After you've done all that work, then, okay, forgive. Because you do want to have peace of mind. You do want to have joy. And if you don't do the work, do all that stuff, react to it and, feel it, be aware of it, and stand open to whatever it is, then sometimes it's kind of hard for you to really, really, really say that you're at peace. This is what Mr. McCoy does all the time. I'll be like, we'll say something and I'll be like, how you doing? He'd be like, I'm good. I'd be like, are you though? He'd be like, yeah, I'm good. That's his go-to, because he's non-confrontation, or he don't want to have to deal with it, or he don't want to have to tell somebody that they were a butthole, or you don't want to have to cuss somebody out. So his way is just to say, I'm good. Yeah, it's good. I'm good. And so and it depends on the tone of his I'm good, right? Depending on what that tone is gonna be, and I'll know whether he wants to really, like, slap the crap out of somebody. And, usually I'd be like, oh my goodness. All right, it'll be okay. So we got to talk him off the ledge sometimes. Sometimes I just be ready for it. I'd be sitting there with my drink and be like, oh yeah, I'm finna watch this here. Because he finna cuss them out, slap out. And then sometimes he just be like, well, you did such and such and such and whatever, whatever. And then he going on about his business. I'd be like, that wasn't enough. Hold up, back that train up. All right, see how this is right here? Now I'm going to go in. This paper was already on my gel plate, and I'm just going to go in and just splat this down here so that my flowers can come up. And that's Christy Hartman's stencil wood that's on here. But build inner stability instead of outer protection. And I have to give Mr. McCoy his flowers and his kudos for that, because he does say everything doesn't deserve a response. And so sometimes when I be ready to pop off and ready to get hot, I'd be like, so is this one of them times that maybe I need to respond? And then he'll look and I can tell the answer. He wants to say no, but I'd be like, for me, not for you, but for me. And then by the time we get through talking about it, it don't even be worth it. So sometimes you just got to talk about it. Sometimes, well, a lot of times I have to talk about stuff, because that's one of the things that I do. In order to forgive people, I have to tell you that, you know, you did something. You stepped on my daggum Christian Louboutins, and you it hurt, and I don't appreciate it. And you marked up my shoe. So I need to tell you that, right? But I will not tell you that in the moment, because most of the time then I cuss you out. And then you be like, I thought that lady said she believes in God and she serves God and all things. And then I'll come back and be like, oh yeah, Jesus died for the sins of the world, not me. That's me. Now, is it right or wrong? It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. In the moment, in the heat of the moment, I don't care. Like, I've had to learn how to trust me, myself. So I have to have the ability to handle life, right? So I usually begin to say, I can face this, I can handle this, I can trust this, I can process, I can trust myself, I can process this. I don't have to shut down in order to, deal with this. I'm gonna be all right, but let's count to 4 or 5. Let's write some notes. This is active work, y'all. This is what I have to do, right? Because forgiving people, it you forgive people, and if y'all want to chime in and chat, if you've forgiven somebody and they came back and did the same old bs.com again, what do? Hey, Carla. Julie Parker, did I say hey to you? I see you there, but I can't remember if I said hey. Oh, it's rainy. Let's say nice, picky, cool, and rainy in NC. Wait, is that supposed to be NY Saul, or are you in NC? Are you traveling, Saul? But always, when you're forgiven, when you are trying to forgive with love so that you can have peace, right? So that's what I say. You traveling? It's like NC. Okay, you don't got closer to me. Got it. When you want to really, really, truthfully forgive somebody for, whatever, I don't know. I want you to stay open, but not unaware. This is where people get it wrong. They think if I let my guard down, or if, I'll get hurt again, they're gonna do it again. This is where you just kind of, gotta take this one, not even turn the other cheek or none of that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying, hey Pinka, happy Monday. You need to be aware. You need to be aware. It's okay to be aware. Self-awareness is a wonderful thing. Okay? Become overly open without discernment, without basically saying, you know what, I'm not gonna trust them ever again. They just buttholes or whatever. Whatever your terminology, however you would, bring it on home. I don't know. But stay open, because I want you to forgive. I want you to forgive people. People need to have saving grace. I like that. These two colors I just got today, which is well, I've already had bright aqua, but I needed to re-up, so I got another one of those. But this bronze yellow, do y'all see that bronze yellow? It is beautiful. We're gonna do a lot. We're gonna do a lot with those. Okay, let's see what Zal says. Zal says, when I tell someone I don't like how they are treating me or doing something, then they show me they aren't going to change that behavior, I move on. They can act like they don't know why if they won't. Zal, Zal, I'm going to say on my left hand, I agree 100% with everything you just said. And on my right hand, the professional in me, I have to say, but Zal, we have to forgive. Oh, and forgiving doesn't mean that you stay in their presence either. So I get that, but I feel like you have to tell them what they did and why you're not in their presence, because they will play stupid. They gonna play stupid, and they're gonna act like you did something wrong and they didn't. But the strength kind of lives in the middle there, right there, because you can be kind but not naive. You can be open but not unprotected, right? And you can be loving, because remember, we need to serve more. We need to be more loving. We need to love out loud, love real loud, especially with all that's going on in the world right now. We need to love, 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 love. Okay, so love them, but not self-abandoning yourself so much that you just give them just keep giving them a readmit to just step on you. No, we do need to remove them and, remove fear-based reactions for you, because I mean, at the end of the day, you want your peace. Now, what I'm saying is, if you do that and you still don't have peace, then there has to be some resolve there. So that's the only difference in what Zal's saying and what I'm saying. The right hand and left hand, have some resolve for yourself, not them. Putting on the armor kind of means that, you shut it down. And I don't want you to shut down. I want you to have peace, and I want you to have peace and love, because strength says stay with yourself. And that's what we're doing this for. We're doing it for ourselves. So as I was driving, I was thinking so hard and listening to Mariah. At one point, I cannot remember what P said something, and they was talking about. Oh, they were talking about hoes or oh my God, what are those things called? She said, are they outers or undies or out? Undies or outers? When I tell you, I died laughing. And then I was just like, that's how people should be. Are they people that we socialize with outwardly? Or are they the people that we have to socialize, kind of like compartmentalize them? I'm trying to tell you how it hit me. It's hard. It's hard to explain. Now this has dried a little bit, and I didn't put enough pink down there, right there. So we're going to put some more. But I like this because it doesn't matter, because we're going to turn this. So I'm going to do about 7 of these. I don't know. We're going to see where the time takes us, because, it's Ride Out Monday. No worries. So we're going to play around. Okay, so Zal says, by the time I get to that decision, I have peace. I have played all kinds of scenarios in my head beforehand, good or bad. I am an overthinker. So very rarely do I make a rash decision, especially when it comes to other humans. Yeah, see right there what you said. By the time you get to that decision, you have peace. Now, let's walk that out. Somebody do something to you on Monday. Are we talking about, give me a time frame. Let's use it as an example, if you don't mind. Because for me, and I can use myself, in the past, I've had, y'all know, I've had family issue. I call it family drama. And things would happen, and I wouldn't say anything about it. I would just let it kind of pile up. And it piled up for probably about 10 years. And then because Mr. McCoy and I got married in 2009. So in 2017, you do the math. 2017, as they say, it hit the fan. And I was just like, I'm not doing another year like this. So whereas Al, I want to know what's your time frame, because all of that, the scenarios and all that, I did it. And it was like one of the things I just like, okay, fine. I don't have to have them immediately right here. I don't have to worry about it. But every year we had to redo and play this scenario game. Oh God, I got to go through this all over again. Because, we would come back from Germany. We would take 30 days and we would visit his family and my family. And nothing was being resolved. So I shut down. I put on my armor and I shut down. Instead of confronting, I just shut down. So I'm saying I want you to learn how to regulate instead of retreating. Now I don't retreat at all, but I do pause, and I take a couple hours or a couple days. It depends on the situation. Situation that just happened recently. I've took a couple days, and then I had to talk about it, and then I just like, I don't know. And that's just how I'm leaving it, because I had to pause before reacting. And I did a whole lot of breathing through the discomfort of it, right? But I did not let my emotions move without acting. I didn't act immediately. So that made me not disappear in the moment. I stayed present and grounded. Hey, Allie K. So that's what I'm saying. Forgiveness with love and peace does not mean that you have to stand and let people keep slapping you and telling you that it's okay, and then tell you, hey, brace for this pain because I'm back with some more shenanigans. Now, let me do a caveat. Put a period, put a period right there. We're gonna period that, and then I'm gonna continue on. But I want you to know we're gonna kind of go over to section 2 of this. Look, hold on, we're gonna make an amendment. Because those amendments was good on Saturday. We're going to make amendment to the bracing for pain and learning to regulate. Now, the left side, the right side. Now, the right side of that is don't let people treat you any kind of way. Don't let people piss on you and tell you it's raining. Now, I'm talking to people that do this to you, and I'm talking to people that, so I'm talking to the doers and the receivers, but that also gets flip-flopped. So sometimes you have to look at it, okay, well, what did I do to make that happen? Or then the other person be like, oh, well, hey, it's just for kicks or whatever. Both people feel good in their regard, but in the future, it might have you bracing for it if you continue to kind of just to hang out. You know what I mean? So there are two sides. Right now we have a war going on. Literal war. It's going into 4 weeks, going into 5 weeks actually. So some people are happy about what's going on. Some people are not happy. There's two sides, right? There's us on this side that are not happy. There's us on this side that are oh yeah, gung ho, that's what we're supposed to do, military, whatever. So it's two sides. When you get in a situation where you have to brace for the pain and learn how to regulate and instead of retreating, you have to decide left or right. I want you to get somewhere in the middle and make a sound decision, right? Does that make sense? Okay, hold on. I interacted with a certain family member for over 30 years of them and their particular behavior. I finally had to let it go because they were killing my spirit. I was strong enough to continue. I'm with you there. I had to do the same, well, not that many years, but I had to do the same thing. But I still have to interact with this person. However, I do it on my own terms. That's what I'm saying. Don't brace for the impact of what people do, and because people are going to be people, and we want to give them the space to be who they want to be, because I want them to give me the space to be who I want to be. I want them to respect me in my space, and I'll respect them in their space. Or then there comes this thing where if we can't do that, then we decide, like Zal just said, they're just not for us. We just have to let them go, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with letting people go, right? Like when you work with people, you've worked with people on a job, and then they come in hot and all the things and just be whatever, and you're just like, oh my God, they just too much. Mine used to be the cussers. They used to come to work they come to work and you use all the words. They use all the big. I'm talking about the big words, the MF words, and I just be like, this is a business. Why do I have to come in here and hear that? Like I don't understand, right? So then I had to hone in. I was like, well, that's how they are. This is what you're gonna do. You know what time they come to work. You know what time they're gonna be by the water hole getting their coffee. Just don't be around. And that's how I resolved that. Now we would have meetings and I'd have to train this person or work with this person. I was like, well, as long as you sit at my desk and you're sitting right here, I would like for you to refrain from that. And they respected it. We didn't have any issues. However, they did go behind my back and talk about how I was a goody two shoe and whatever. And I was just like, well, if I was the person that I am now, I'd be like, is just like you are who you are. I don't care. You can use all the words you want. I don't care. I just don't do it. And all I'm saying is, if you're in my presence, if it's past, if I call them the big words. If it's them big words, I just don't want them. Let me tell you why. It's a triggering moment for me. I had a mom. My mom used them big words very good. She used them real good. She used them too good. She used them so good, I didn't want my grandkids. I stopped my kids from being around her and my grandkids. It's like, if your mouth is going to be like that, you're going to be like a sailor, a whole bunch of sailors on leave, then I just don't want the kids. Like, if they learn it, fine. They won't learn it from you at my house. Boundaries. People might say that, well, Karen, that's just you. And it is. Just like you doing what you do is you. You see what I'm saying? It's a left and it's a right and it's a middle. If we have to work together, we have to be together. We have to be family. I'm married to, your son or your brother or whatever. We have to be this. So let's find some middle ground for the time that we have to be together so that I can forgive and have love and peace and have joy and all the things. Because I just don't want to have all of that tension. Hi, Topeka. How are you? I just saw you just popped in there. So there's nothing wrong with it, but forgive. In order to forgive, you have to know. I feel like you have to know what offends you. So when you are offended, you can say something. That's all I'm saying. So therefore, you have to trust yourself more than your fears, more than what somebody can say to you. And once you trust yourself, then it's usually like, okay, got it, right? Because armor is built on I don't trust what might happen. Strength is built on I trust myself to handle whatever happens, right? You can take some paint and be like, okay, well, I got these two colors. I was just like, I think these two colors are going to be great. Somebody might be like, oh, them two colors just don't look good. No problem. You put down the colors you like. I put down the colors I like. This is my gel plate. That's your gel plate. Whatever. You see, it doesn't matter. If I'm saying you come over here, you got to use this color. Then you be like, hey, why I got to use those colors? Why can't I use the colors I want? Then we can talk about it. Maybe. But you have to know what you want. If you don't know what you want, then I'm going to tell you to use these colors and be quiet. Why? Because you don't know what you want. So when you don't know what you want, people tell you what you want. They tell you what you're going to do. They tell you how you're going to do it. They tell you when you're going to show up. They tell you what to wear, when to come, when to sit. They tell you all the things. And I'm just a grown behind woman now. I don't need nobody telling me nothing no more. I'll be like, hey, okay, I got it. I want this, this, and this. Can you accommodate me? Well, maybe, Karen. Okay, well, if you can, great. If you can't, then we'll see. Let's find some middle ground where we're both happy. I think that's cool. Okay, let's say. Yes, boundaries I put on so what and only listen. Okay, Vicky. As a Christian, I think of armor of God, shoes of yeah. Yeah, it's one. Yeah, see, when you forgive, you are choosing not to keep marching in bitterness and revenge. Vicky, that's exactly where I'm coming from. However, I went on the other side. See, that's the part they tell you that part. They just don't tell you the how. Like you have to know. You have to know how to forgive so that you can love, so that you can do all those things. Because in the beginning, I just like, I'm not forgiving them for that foolishness they just did. That's what I would say. But you want to forgive so that you can be forgiven. Why? Because that's what it says. Well, why? Because there's going to be somebody else that's going to do some more foolishness and there's nothing you can do about it. You get yourself anchored. Know what you want so that when people start acting crazy and doing crazy stuff, hey Lisa, how's the weather in North Carolina? I thought Saul was visiting you in North Carolina earlier. She said it was raining in NC, but she meant NY. We have 80 degrees here, so we're nice and warm. Because now you're not focused on control. Now I don't want you to focus on controlling people. I want you to focus on controlling yourself. So I used to teach this class. I'll say it that way. And it was about forgiveness. And I would always have, I guess, amendments on how what I want was going to forgive and what I wasn't going to forgive. Right? Be like, well, if you do this, this, and this, there's just no forgiveness to that. If you do this and that, and just like, no, who's going to forgive? Right? That's when I came up with the thing. Jesus died for the sins of the world, not me. I'm not forgiving you. But here it is. I've been through the worst thing that I've ever had to walk through in my life. Someone took my son. They stood in the streets and just took him, murdered him. Just you know, I had to forgive, not have to had. I've forgiven those people who orchestrated all of that, and for the unknown people that are involved in all of that, I forgive them as well. Not for them, but for me. Because why? I want love. I want to be able to love from an honest place. I want to be able to have peace. When I talk about joy, y'all, I really want to have that joy. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to be able to tell you how to do it. And it's when you have to forgive somebody for being a butthole or hurting you, or when a man cheats on his wife or a wife cheats on her husband, you have to they make a decision to forgive each other and move forward. They have to move forward and not talk about it, not do any of the you did this and you did that. You have to consciously say, I trust you, and be anchored in yourself. Be secure in who you are so that you'll be okay. Because if you don't, then you'll keep rehashing it over and over and over. And then one day somebody's just going to be tired. So softness feels unsafe for me. It used to feel unsafe. It doesn't anymore. I felt like the more I let them do, the more they were going to come in, the more they did. And then what was missing in my life was I didn't have those boundaries up. Hey, Adrian. I didn't have those boundaries up. How to forgive, move forward. God knows my heart. I worked outside for hours. Lovely time. Oh, nice. I did some dirt time this weekend. I was on the tractor and the lawnmower. Zal said, I just got to the point that I just accept that is how an individual is. However, I don't have to let them be that way around me. Right, right. So Zal, it seems like you've honed in through life's issues and people that you are able to do exactly what I'm saying, because what you're saying is exactly what I'm saying, because you're saying I'm about protecting my spirit and its peace the best I can. That is exactly what we need to do, because the ability to stay kind without losing yourself is a lot. The ability to feel deeply without breaking, meaning you still have to love some of these people and you still have to show up and not break down. And you still have to have the ability to remain open without collapsing, and then they thinking you're weak. That's what I would think. It'd be like, like if I break down, they're just gonna think I'm weak and just all the things. And so then I was like, well, Karen, do you think you're weak? And then I had to answer that question. I was like, well, a little bit. I was like, I feel like if I come back at them, I'll be upset with what this person will have to say or what that person will have to say. And if it involved my mom, then I was like, how much of that is going to bring up old stuff? And then if it involved William's mom, it's like, oh, how much is that going to bring up other tensions between his siblings and our marriage and all that? I used to play that stuff out so much, so I felt like I almost had a daggum ulcer. Because at the end of the day, the person that I needed to be talking to first was Karen. And once Karen got what Karen wanted, and Karen wrote down them boundaries and the respect level, I didn't feel soft no more. I felt strong. I was now controlling my strength, right? And listen, this is kind of some of the simple language that I had to say. I was like, strength without armor was like, don't shut down. Say what you have to say. Don't be rude. You have to love people, right? That's what I would say. Don't react to everything, but don't pretend that whenever they say something that it didn't hurt or sting or whatever, but don't respond or react to everything. And then I would be present and aware of the situation, and I would trust myself to handle whatever came up. Now, in the beginning, in 2017, I said what I had to say, did what I had to do, and moved on. And I stood flat on it for 2 years. Now I stand flat on it. I say quickly, if you can't come to, I say, if you can't come to Easy Living Ranch and want to bring some peace and bring some love, then don't come through the gate, because I don't want that bull crap at my house. So most of the people have abided. Nobody has been, out. Now, do they talk about me later on? I don't know, nor do I care anymore. The old Karen used to care, because remember, she was a people pleasing Karen and she wanted people to like her. Now I don't care. I don't. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, deep down in the crevice places where it's so low down there. I don't care. Because why? It's not my problem. It is the other person's problem. What will be my problem if I let you still piss on me and tell me it's raining? Or if I let you push me down today and I'm still down a month from now? That's my problem. Now I trust myself to handle it. So you have to forgive. How do you do that? You set boundaries. What do you want? Right? Pause in the moment instead of pulling away. Hey, Zippy. Speak instead of suppressing it. Step back without shutting down completely. Check your emotions instead of becoming them. That was me. I pop off. Who the hell you think you're talking to? Right? And stay connected to yourself in every situation. You stay connected to yourself, so therefore you don't give anybody else the power. You don't give them the power. You don't want to give them the power. Okay? We're not giving anybody no power. No power. You keep your power. Okay? I'm serious. Everybody keep their power. Mr. McCoy, be nice in the chat, okay? I just had to put that out there, y'all. If you know, you know. I kind of like that. If you know, you know. Okay, because it's true. And remember, when y'all have to have those family events, I told y'all how to, get away from the person. But excuse me, I gotta go to the restroom. Excuse me, I left something in the car. I gotta go get it. Excuse yourself so you can, you ain't got to sit there and take that foolishness because some people just don't. I'm not gonna even say they don't know no better. It's their normal. It's their normal to be who they are, and it's your normal to be who you are. Remember, I told y'all I'm bougie. I'm bougie. I accept it. I walk, and I carry it proud. I feel like I need to make a shirt say I'm bougie. I accept it. And if you're not, it's okay. We maybe can be friends and maybe we just can't. And that's okay. But I'm not gonna cheat myself because I would cheat myself and then that way when situations would happen, then I'd be the one sitting up like feeling bad because some people just don't feel bad about things they do. Right? So I was talking to my niece as I was driving, and and I was telling her just set these boundaries, know what you want. So I'm telling you guys, set boundaries, know what you want. Ask yourself, well, what does that look like? How does that feel? So that when somebody step on your Christian Louboutins or your Kohans, you can be like, hey, you just stepped on my doggone shoes, and that meant you stepped on my toe, and that hurt, and we gonna have to talk about that. Don't let them get away with it. Do it in love. Why? So that you can have peace. Right? The puppies are getting on my nerves. How about that? I'm gonna throw that in there because I see the puppies are adorable, and they are, but they some little things. Lisa said, "Did you get your Happy Meal?" Wait, did I get some Happy Meal? I feel like I got some Happy Meal from Kat today. Lisa, the granddaughter been going to the mailbox lately, and she dropped some. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I got it, Lisa. Wait, no, 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 no. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because we planted the seeds. Yes, Lisa, I did get it. I did get it. I did get it. The flower seeds and the card. Yes, I got it. I got it. Because me and the granddaughter, we put the seeds in, we planted them already. Yes. I had to think about it. I was like, wait a minute. Yes. But baby girl was going to the mailbox and I was going out there. I was walking. I was like, what is this mail and what is this paper in the yard? She just brought the magazine, I guess, dropped the paper. Oh, look at that. That's going to be pretty. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. That's pretty. I can't wait for them to, we'll see. I told her, I said, we'll see. We put them in a little, we put them in a pot first. And then that way I'll transfer them because I haven't cleaned out the bed or nothing. So I didn't want to just drop the seeds down there. Okay, Zal says, Karen, you made me think of a friend that I had who helped me move. She saw all the shoes I just had under my bed and was shocked. I told her teasingly, yeah, I don't know how we are friends. Oh, God. That's funny. When you only have three pair of shoes. Oh, I got paint on my shirt. How did I just do that? That's what I get. Should have changed my shirt. Well, every shirt, it usually turns into a pink shirt. And it's my pink shirt. Oh well, it'll be okay. And the shoes were the white canvas gym shoes, some Birkenstocks looking sandals, and some pull-on boot shoes. It's hilarious. Uh, I think let me say I got a couple of friends. I have several friends that are like I don't see how we're friends. Not from my vantage point, but just like how y'all friends with me? Because some of them are very, I call them ultra sensitive. Like they can dish it, but they can't take it. If that makes sense. Like they can dish out some, they can talk trash, talk cold cash trash to you, but you turn around and start spitting it back at them, they can't take it. And I'd be like, how in the world you can talk about people and do all the stuff you do and you can't take it. But we're friends. But I do know that sometimes I do serve a little bit of hard lessons with a lot of love. Because I don't mean to hurt your feelings. Now I do mean to hurt your feelings if you kind of I mean, I'm gonna give you 3 times. I'm gonna give you 3 times to disrespect me. That's what I call it. I'm gonna give you 3 times to disrespect me. After the third time, you cross my path again, then you're pretty much gonna get the wrath. You're gonna get the old school Karen. And I'm gonna tell you why, and I'm gonna tell you what corner I want you to sit on, and I will never come around to this corner again. So don't look for me. And it might take a long time for me to come off of that because I know that I'm supposed to forgive and love. Well, I've learned that I can forgive you, and I don't have to be in your presence. I do not have to entertain you. Does not say that, but I am supposed to forgive you and I am supposed to love you. And I can do both of those things and not be in your presence. Because remember, reciprocity is one of those things that I really, really, really take pride in. If you're always wanting something from me and you're never giving, you're always wanting, you always want to be on the receiving, I'm not baking cakes for you every day, right? So as we forgive and we want to love and have peace, that strength is not, you can't shut down. You have to learn how to be grounded. When you have a friend, and y'all think about your best, your good friend. I mean your I mean a good friend. I don't mean your taker friend. And if you're the friend that does the taking, then I'm talking to you from the other side, from the right side, not the left side. And you know if you is, because sometimes we can be. It depends on the relationship. I've always been the people pleasing friend, so I always wanted everybody to be happy. So that's how it was going to work over here. But now I'm the friend to be like, hey, what's in it for me? Because that's not something that I used to ask. People like, hey, you going to hang out? I'll be like, I'm going to paint. I'm going to hang out with my friends. That's all you do now? That's all I do now is paint. I do. That's all I want to do is paint. Because painting keep me from cussing and slapping y'all and telling you how stupid you are. And I don't want to tell people that. Because sometimes when I have that thought process, I haven't processed. I haven't gotten in the middle of the situation. I'm looking at it from through my glasses, through my vernacular, and that's not always fair. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Now, when you take my kindness from a weakness, then I just, pretty much you're gone. See you later, Julie Parker. It's Monday. It's Ride Out Monday. I'm quite sure I'll be here when you get back because I'm trying not to go to sleep. So I got some questions that I want to ask. Got some questions. Y'all know I got some questions, right? And I'm gonna ask them. And if you want them and you want me to kind of repeat them, just put in the chat repeat because I'm just gonna go through them. And if they resonate with you, they resonate with you. I'm gonna let this dry because I'm gonna put something else over it. Okay. Did you build armor or did you lose trust? The second one. Are your boundaries protecting you or are your boundaries isolating you? The next one. Where did you learn that softness was unsafe? The next one. What would it look like to feel safe without being guarded? The next one. Are you strong or are you just closed off? I had to answer them questions. Now I'm gonna give y'all, we're gonna continue on and I'm gonna give you my answer. My answer was did you build armor or did you lose trust? I lost trust. I lost trust first in me in making decisions that I could do whatever it was to keep me safe. So I did lose trust. Didn't build armor. I lost trust. The next one was, are your boundaries protecting you or isolating you? My boundaries were isolating me. I had pretty much pulled away. Remember, I would shut down. When something would go on with either my mom, my grandmoms, or even William, or even his family, I would shut down. I'd retreat. Be like, okay, I'm ready to go. Let's go. Right? That wasn't the right way to handle the situation. Remember, get in the middle of the road, look at it from both sides, and find a happy medium. Now, if you're always the person that's doing that, then you're the bigger person, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That goes into the next question was, where did you learn that softness was unsafe? Getting in the middle of the road, finding a happy medium, there's nothing wrong with finding common ground, finding a way to say, you know what? There is poop on your shoes. You can come in my house, but you need to take your shoes off first. Let me give you some slippers or some socks. You still can come in my house, but you can't come in with poop on your shoes. See? Middle ground. And the next one, what would it look like to feel safe without being guarded? Kind of like what I just said. Feeling safe means when somebody does something, I retreat to having a conversation about it. I'm going to talk about it because I need to get it out. Because if I don't, then I'm going to go off and I'm going to explode. And that's kind of not cool for anybody. Not even me. Blood pressure, sanity, none of that. It's just not good, right? So you have to kind of, get in the middle and decide what you're going to do, and don't be guarded. Let them know, hey, I'm standing my ground. This is what has happened and this is what I'm going to do. So what you going to do? And stand there. It's a standoff. And the last one, are you strong or are you just closed off? I was very closed off. So much so they would say, she don't talk. And Mr. McCoy would be like, she talk, you just gotta talk to her. And they would ask questions, and I'd be sitting right there and be like, well, hell, y'all ain't talking to me like you're talking to him. You're not gonna talk to him, and I'm sitting right there. This used to always be the thing. And so it was me. So I just learned how to be very closed off. I just like, you know what, I'm in the room, but I'm not in the room. You know what I mean? So are you strong? Now I'm strong. Now I'm strong enough to be like, what you said? Were you talking to me? And then even when they say something to Mr. McCoy, and I'd be like, wait a minute, hold up, what you said? Because we're working on being one, so you can't talk to one without talking to the other. You're not going to separate us like that. It says in the word, leave to cleave. If you're married, it's leave to cleave. If you still got your mama in your business, that's a problem. Husband and wife, leave to cleave. It's your husband and it's one, right? And that's one thing that, we had to kind of hone in. Like my grandmamas, they would say something. I'd be like, hey, that's my husband. We still teaching Mr. McCoy how to say that. Hey, that's my wife. He getting better at it. But remember, I told y'all he's very non-confrontational. He don't want to have to, because when he do come out and then open his mouth, he feel like I'm just finna pop off on somebody. And I'd be like, no, you don't have to be ready to knock somebody out. You don't have to cuss nobody out. Just tell them no, that they've stepped on your shoe, and therefore that hurt. Right? Is this helping anybody? Because I hope it is. Because on the drive back home, this last 2.5 hours, my drive back home, I was like, God, okay, I got it. And I felt like it was just for me. And then the rest of the drive is just like, when I pulled my YouTube up, it's like, no, you need to change the title. You need to talk about it. You need to talk about what just happened. It's just like, wait a minute, I don't need to talk about that. It's like, yes, you do. Forgive. They still need to love. You still need to love the people. We got the new name. I see a new Zuzu Thorns. Your live stream just popped up in my recommendations. Ooh, you two recommended me? Oh, y'all give yourself a hand clap. Since I like what I'm hearing and seeing, I subscribe to your channel. Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. And welcome to Create Joy Studio, where we slap paint on paper. Today, I just happen to be slapping it on a gel plate so we can heal one brushstroke at a time. Welcome to the community. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. All right, how many I got? Because I said I wasn't going to do enough. Because what time is it? Oh, we still got good time. Look at that. All right, I got to go back. I saw something. I got to scroll back. Topeka said something. Okay, the strong part is question. I'm just living. Ask for God Almighty help in building my character. You know what? Meant to be. Okay, got it. Not every battle requires a fight. I choose my battles carefully for my mental health. Lisa, it took me some years to get to that one. I mean, but I was grieving so much, I didn't have time. That's why I felt like people needed to leave me alone. And that's why another thing, as I was driving home, and there was a something accident, and I was just like, oh God, thank you, because I stopped at the store. So I went in Aldi. Me and my daughter and granddaughter went in Aldi. That took 10-15 minutes. Then I stopped at the dollar store. So all these stops I made. Then I had to go to the post office and drop some packages off. And if I wouldn't have done that, the accident that happened, like, because it had just happened maybe about 15-20 minutes. That was the 15-20 minutes I would have possibly been in the accident. Could have possibly been, very well have been. So I was just like, oh God, thank you for, keeping me. It's the little things that we don't think about, right? We have to really think about. Hold on, I got somebody else I need to. I think I lost trust and built armor initially. My boundaries are now protecting me, but I think I went through some isolations. I found out softness was unsafe in my life period. Good stuff. That's some good stuff. They'll say, I think I missed one, but now I feel strong. I got the point I got the point that I need to trust that I am going to be okay no matter. I don't need to trust others more than I need to trust me first. That is it. Zal got it. Zal, you want to teach? You're more than welcome to take over because you got it. You got it. All right. We're going to slap. Oh, and my bad. I've been sitting up here slapping this paint on this paper and using my flowers. This is my design. You can have these. Trust me. You can get these over at PM Artist Studio. This is this is Tanika and this is Joshua. These were designed with my children. Two of my children. I'm the mother of 7. For those that are new here, I give you a little cliff notes of me. I'm the mother of 7, 2 bonus children, but 2 of my children have passed on or are now my heavenly angels. And so PMR Studio and we got this nice collab going, and they just said, well, Mariah said, hey, the flowers would be a beautiful stamp. I'm just like, yeah, that's what they say. And here we are in hand. They dirty right now. Please excuse them. But they so beautiful. But you can have these. They're foam stamps. And I use them with ink. And I use them today. We're slapping paint on paper. Literally slapping them on the gel plate. And then I'm putting them on paper. And then I'm going to turn them into cards. So we're going to be doing multiple things today. All right, let me back up. All right, I'll put this down. So go grab you if you don't have none. Don't have one. You can't just get one. They kind of go together. You gotta get both. So yeah, Cookie Wookie just put that link in the description box. I mean, in the it's in the description box too for those that are on replay. If you like, wait, where's that? I'm not on live. Those that are on replay, it's down in that description box. And my store, all the things. Summer is coming. You might need your slapping paint on paper or short sleeve shirt. Go over there and get you one. Get you some. And if you want to shop and do all the things, I got all the things. I just be forgetting to mention them. Kind of like Mr. McCoy trying to rehome them puppies and don't mention them. Be like, oh my goodness, my bad. But I make sure he mention them puppies every day. Put them puppies up. And I would say I would go get and bring them in here, but they move too much. They'll be done got paint all over them. Oh, that might be cute though. Kind of get some puppy paws. Get some puppy paws. No, thank you. That would require me having to clean them up. But they're being potty trained right now, y'all. So I can say they only pooped in their box one time in the time that I was gone. And then when I got back, they was ready to go outside. So they went on outside and all three of them pooped. So, okay, that was a little sidebar because, I felt like I didn't want to keep y'all, deep. I want you to think about what I'm saying because I do want you to forgive. There might be somebody out there that needs to forgive somebody. Might be a sister, brother, cousin, friend, co-worker that you no longer work with, but y'all used to be buddies. Y'all used to go to happy hour together, and now you fell out. Figure out why and ask what could I've done maybe so that that didn't happen. Forgive so that you can have peace, so that you can love, right? Express yourself to the person and let them know, especially if you miss them. Have you ever had that person just like, I really do miss them, but I just don't miss their funky attitude, or I just don't miss that they always got to do this or they always got to do that, right? You just don't want to do that. You just don't want to do that. You should make a puppy paw stamp. Oh, Mariah, that might be cute. Look, bump the puppy paws. I got my dog paws. That could be cute. I surely could see my little puppy paws going on around my flowers. They over there scratching on my door because they hear me talking. Because they're literally over in the sunroom on the other side of my studio, and I hear them over there scratching the door. They might want to. I thought they was asleep, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I need to just do this again. I like that other one. So am I gonna do that? No, let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now I'm coming back with, we did yellow, we did that color. We're going to do some purple, a little bit of purple. Where's my dioxazine? There we go. Puppy paws would be cute though. Kathy Grant sent me a sticker that has a Rottweiler on it. It is so cute. We put it in the doghouse. And then my friend Bridget, she sent me 2 coffee cups that have Rottweilers on it. I was just like, oh, that's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna brayer this all the way out. Put that over there. The brayer off is so cute. I'm gonna stamp these down, and then I'm gonna let it dry, and I'm gonna put that bronze yellow over it. Let's make sure we get a good stamper, good sticker. I sent you a pretty. Okay, I'll go check it out. I'll check it out, Zippy, because you be spot on with them McCoy righties. So that is a luscious turquoise. What paint is that? That is bright aqua green, Carla, by Liquitex. I just got it. I just refilled on it today because I had been out. All right, let's put one in the middle and put that one in the middle. There we go. And then we're going to stamp off. Oh, look at, oh, I got to move that over. Look at that. Look at this. See how it keeps on giving? It's the stamp that keeps on giving. Look at that purple over there. Stamp it until it don't stamp no more. Stamp. Don't stop till you get enough. Just stamp. All right. All right, let's see. I'm gonna let this dry. So let's put this one over here. And I got some stuff on the plate we can pull off while I'm letting that dry. I did a movement kind of. This is Christy Hartman's Wood. That's all I can remember. Wood. Don't have my cheat sheet, but it's Wood. That's the name of it. And you can also get that over at PM Artist Studio. How about, let's put it this way. Everything you see me pull on my desk, You can get over at PM Artist Studio. Oh, this one. Didn't it though? We got some we did some loving some love with that plate. Oh wait, no I didn't. That's that gel elf plate. That gel elf plate kind of loves all the papers. Kinda. But they need to be, we worked them out. And I did all the, when I was hanging out with my granddaughter yesterday with the gel plate, I didn't really worry about doing a whole lot of stuff. I just was going on as she was doing and let her do her thing. I didn't worry about it. I just didn't worry about it. Look at that. Is that fabulous? Look at that. Oh my goodness. Love it. Might help if I put some paper on it. Might help. And this is 67-pound paper that I have right here. It's kind of card stocky because I already knew I was going to make cards. So I got thicker paper to use. So we're going to get all of that on there. And we're going to let that one dry. Why? Because we want it dry because, we're going to let it dry about 10 minutes, Y'all know, I ain't got time for all that. I ain't waiting. Just a little bit. We're going to give it a little bit. And in the meantime, I can pull all these other prints off. But I want you to really, really, think about what I'm saying earlier. I'm going to give you some tools. Okay. Go into listening mode. Okay. Helping P in the kitchen. Hello, Patricia. Enjoyed your commentary today, especially with them unders and outers. I still can't think. Oh, not leggings. What them things they be wearing? She said those unders or outers. Oh, come on, don't rip. Oh, let's crack them edges so you can tell the difference in the plates. But Gel Elf does not do a 12 by 12. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So I want to give you some tools. Y'all know you got your toolbox. I got 2 toolboxes. I'll be getting another one next week. We're gonna put it over there and replace it for where the printers and my paper cutter is. That's where it's gonna go. We did some work. Oh, let's make sure this is straight. Come down right there. There we go. Put you right there. Boom. All right. I want you to pause before you react. That's number 1. Why? Because strength is not reacting immediately. Don't cuss them out immediately. Give them about 10, 15 minutes before you hit them with the, I can't believe you did that. Give them some time. Give your response space. Give it a little bit of time. Don't just jump in there immediately. Number 2, check what you're feeling, because sometimes what you're feeling wasn't meant to they wasn't trying to make you feel that way. So sometimes you have to ask yourself, am I responding from a peaceful place or from a painful place? Did they just trigger me and you just kind of responded? Don't do that. That's why you need to pause before you react. Ask yourself, wait, hey, hold on. Because remember, you can't undo words once you put them out there. Okay, number 3, stay connected to who? Yourself. Remember I tell y'all, give yourself 10 minutes every day. Journal it. Go in the bathroom 10 minutes. Hide from the kids, hide from the dog, hide from everybody. Hide from your husband, hide from your wife. Like, hide, do your thing. Oh, I hate bubbles. Give yourself 10 minutes so that you can stay connected. Because if you lose connection with yourself, then you start reacting to everything. Everything. And then you won't trust yourself. You'll stop trusting yourself because you just be like, last time I did this, or last time it didn't work, or last time I thought this was happening and it really wasn't. And then number 4, protect your energy without isolating yourself. You can step back without disappearing. I feel like I've disappeared for 4 years over here on the ranch. That's when I say I have to go outside. I have to go outside. Y'all know when I have to go to the go do my tours. Hey Rhonda, how are you? I was want to chat with all y'all in the chat today during the live. I was just like, I can't do it. I got to drive. I didn't have my daughter. My granddaughter was just like, why Papa didn't come and drive? I said, well, he had to go to work. And she said, well, even if he came, he still wouldn't have drove. I said, yeah, but you know he be asleep right along with you. She said, oh, yeah, he do. No, she said, oh, yeah, we do. Because she didn't exempt herself because she was asleep. They all go to sleep. And I be just driving right along. But it works out for me. I like driving. But I don't like driving when it's a live going on. I would rather be in the chat so that I can respond to the undies and the overs and all the things and all the beautiful fish book. Oh, that blue box Mariah had. Oh my goodness, that thing was so yummy. I was just like, oh. And then P sat on there. She's like, well, Karen's back. And I was just like, wait, I ain't left. And then she corrected. I think it was somebody else in the chat. I was just like, oh, okay. It's like, dang, chatted. Who got my name? That's what I said. Okay, let's pull out another piece of paper, which means I've went over my paper limit. Let me put my so I have a little thing of water right here. SR Fire Horse Art. How are you? What's your name if you want to tell us so I don't have to call you SR Fire Horse Art? Like I say, I promise she it like I say, I promise she it there. Oh, I promise you there. Is there, yeah. I was there. She was there. So I put him in some water. Call me Fire Horse. Okay, Fire Horse, how are you? Welcome to the studio where we heal by slapping paint on paper, and we heal one brushstroke at a time. Today we just happen to be using gel print. We're doing gel printing. Gonna make cards. Using my own design. Hanging out with me today. Being a little selfish. Just a little bit. But these are Karen McCoy's designs. You can grab these over there at PM Artist Studio. You sure can. Bet that. Boom. So my granddaughter had fun. She had a good time. She really did. We had a little hiccup, but we got through it. Only one, which was good. Because in the past, we've had more than one. But you know, when the kiddos are learning, they get to that age. So right now, I'm being on the live. I'm missing her kind of being over there, wanting to show you everything. Friday night when I was on with Amy and Tara, I had told her before I got on the live, I said, hey, I'm going to be on somebody else's channel, so you can't come in. You can come in the studio and hang out, but you can't be wanting me to show everything because I'll be on someone else's channel. So we have protocol. She knows what protocol is. She's 9 years old. She knows what protocol is. We're an Army family. We have to know protocol around these parts. Very important. Very, very important. Look at that. Ah, is that not beautiful? Look at that shimmer. We're going to let that dry on there a little bit. I think I have enough. Do. And I'm looking at my desk that at 12 by 12 barely fit up here. But we're going to do something. Because I said I was going to bring Champ out. And we're going to bring Champ out so y'all can see Champ. And Champ is my 16 by 20 gel plate. Let's see how much of it you got. Let's see where's the technology right there. Well, you got left, right. Yeah, you got a good little bit of it. Okay, we're good. We're good. But this here is pure tay. Look at them colors. Got a little shimmer in there. All right. Got everything else is drying. Let's put you over there and let you dry. Thank you. Thank you, Rhonda. All right. Now, this is the impression that I got. We're gonna slap it all over the plate right there. We finna mix up some things. So if you're somebody that don't like all the colors to be mixed up, you know, you don't like your food touching, you might want to close your eyes because I'm finna go rogue. Because why? I want you to forgive. I want you to love. I want you to have peace. And as long as you're doing those things, if you can forgive and love the person and love them, you're going to have peace. Whether you show up in their face again or not. But what I want you to do is have peace for yourself. Everything is for you, not for them. It's for you. Because sometimes people are just going to be what they, we're just going to, I'm just going to say, people are going to be people. They're going to do what they want to do, just like we're going to do what we want to do. Right? We're not going to just say that they're jerks or they're just butt heads or whatever. They're doing what they want to do, and we're going to do what we want to do. Remember, I'm bougie. So for those that don't like it, then they don't have to come to my house. Because I don't want nobody walking in my house with no poop on their shoes. Take your shoes off, and then you can come in. And if you get that, you really are on point with what I've been saying the last 2 months. Wow, this is the first time I've seen a gel plate this large. Lindaville, is it? Yes. Mr. McCoy got me my 16 by 20 for my birthday. So there we go. We got enough space. All right, we got that. Now we're going to get some painty papers. That's not really, let's put some yellow in there. Where's that yellow? Flip on back right here. Come on out. Eddie! Eddie makes art. What's up, Eddie? Eddie, I got paint on my shirt. Sienna Grace, go sit down. Sienna Grace, wait. Hey, I thought you was talking to me. Nope, wasn't talking to you. Okay. Ooh, that's gonna be yummy. That's gonna be very, very yummy. Let's plop that right there. Let's put that right there. We're gonna do a little mini McCoy mashup. I showed this to my granddaughter. She's like, "Oh, this is fun." I was like, "Oh yes, isn't it though?" It's like, just have fun. Just throw it down. She's like, "Where is this right?" Hey, whatever, wherever you put it is right. There's no wrong. Just put it down. Now pick your paint. I started to do a live, but it's like, nah, let's just me and her hang out. It was just me and her time. You've been listening from the start. Okay, dokie, chokey. Good deal, good deal. That is like, girl, I've been with you. I feel like I hadn't seen you since last week, though. Sienna Grace, I don't know what you're doing over there, but get on out my studio. Get on back up there where you was, please and thank you. Sit. Sit. Thank you. All you hear is your little claws just clack, 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 clacking. They told me to let you put some paint on your paws. All right, hold on. We're gonna have to put some yellow on top of that. This is how I want y'all to forgive people. This just their behaviors. Just pile some paint on them. Pile some paint on them. Love on them. Find a way. Find a way to deal with them. It's okay. Because here's the thing. The real reality, they might have to find a way to deal with you. We might be the problem. Because Lord knows, I know I have been. But the difference in us and them is we're woman and man enough to admit that we've just done some crap that probably pissed somebody off, and we go back and we apologize. But the other person, because they just such a they don't know how to apologize. You know what I mean? That's where the difference. That's why I say you have to get in the middle of the road and decide how are you going to stay connected with these people. Because sometimes we have to stay connected with these people, y'all, because they're family, right? There are practical ways to stay strong without shutting down and dealing with them. There is. There is. Listen, I'm so happy putting the stencils in there because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I know this one is Yolande. That one's Brad. I think these two are Brad. This is Eddie. Tears, teardrops, tears, tears, tears. It's tears, something. Tears. Oh, this one's Estella. Oh, is the hexagon Estella? Eddie told me to write on my stencil, but This one ain't got nowhere to write on it because these two. This one is a P original, so there was nowhere to write on it. Teardrop petals. Thank you. I knew it had something to do with some tears. And I went to pull out a oldie but goodie, but I said if I got to doing some mayhem, I might still pull mayhem out. Geopoly is a P design, which is that one. That's Geopoly, which is P's design. And I'm just so happy to have it in my studio. All right, let's get to slapping some more paint on here. Let's put some more of that Prussian on there. Tears for Fears, no wait. Tears for Fears, no wait. As I don't have gel plates, I'm waiting to find out why all the layers of stencils and paint. Well, so check this out, Firehorse. Life is full of layers, and the paint represents a lot of the BS that goes on in life. And then when I get finished with it, I'm going to pull something beautiful up, which gives you a kind of, in the art of it all, just because life serves you stuff that is not pleasant in the moment, something beautiful can still come out of it. Now, sometimes this McCoy mashup, it came out of a place of, wait a minute, I just want to slap paint on this thing. I just don't got time to be doing all that. I want this design over there. And that's just kind of how it happened. So there's no rhyme or reason about it. For me, it's a therapy thing. I did it, so I started doing it because I needed to release some of the tension that was going on. And in my studio, that's where I release a lot of the tension. So all the layers of paint that you see me piling on, now I don't have layers of stuff going on in my life. But in the past, this was my way of kind of, when something would go wrong, I'd just be like, oh, again, instead of cussing somebody out, just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna paint. I'm just gonna paint. And that's just what I do. All right, I think that's enough. Y'all think that's enough? We're gonna let that be. Sienna Grace, do you want to go outside? Is that what it is? Hold on, let me let the dog out. Wait a minute, let me think about it. Is anybody outside? You want to go outside? Hmm? Come on, move. Well, you gotta move so I can open the door. And come back when you're done, okay? All right. She don't want to go the other way because the puppies are the other way. She don't fool with the puppies no more at all. She is definitely done with them puppies. Okay. Oh, looky. Get in them crevices right there. That's gonna be pretty. And all of these are gonna be used. Now let's lift you up. Oh, I should have put some gold on there. Gonna put that right there. Lay that down and get some of that on there. All right, hold on. I feel like I'm missing chat. I've got a Mosey. Thank you for ranking church. Meet. All right, Zippy. See you later. See you around the tube. Once I wallowed in the mud, now I wallow in the joy of paint. Ah, yes. Doggy duty calls for Karen. She's always calling. I started to write that too. Yeah, no rhyme or reason, Firehorse. None whatsoever. But on the plate, there's no rhyme or reason. But while you're doing it, I want you to be getting some joy of it. I want you to be having fun. I want you to be relaxing. I want you to breathe. I want you to think about, okay, today didn't destroy me. I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. I'm still here. All those things. Because life is going to keep going on. And ain't nothing we really can do about it. But for, this span of time while I'm here on this live, I get to, well, more than that for me now, but I get to just be. And for the time that I come and hang out on these lives with y'all, I give y'all my undivided attention. Minus the dogs. Well, the mama dog, but the rest of the dogs, no, I still give it to you. Because I want you to really, really understand that I take this, serious. I take that y'all show up every Monday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I take it seriously. Oh, let's put some more over there. I feel like we need some more over there. Oh, look at. Oh, this Nick Pro smells disgusting, but it has such beauty. My copper, my gold, all of those beautiful colors, they're almost gone. Gold is gone. Copper is almost gone. All right. Let's just shellac that right there and get some on that edge because we're going to use these papers when they dry. Dig down in the crevices and get it out. Any thoughts on attachment theory? And what reference are you referring to? Attachment to what? What you talking about? Tell me. Let's talk about it. Let me make sure I gave y'all all that I had for today. Because I think I did. Because here we are. It's after 4. So we was right on time. Feel like I was a little over on, as we call it, quiet time. Breaking attachments. Are we talking? So we need to go a little deeper. Are we talking about, let's see. How can I say, do you have, let me keep painting and think about that one. Because there is one that is definitely a serious one. And that one is, what is it? Oh, Lord. See, I'm like I almost said something that would have been real bad. But in my mind, I thought it. Bad Karen. Um, mm, mm, mm. You know when you have to have somebody in your life, family, no contact, etc. You want to break it, or you want to, because I don't have that problem. However, give us a what if. Yeah, give us a what if. Yeah, so if it's family, okay, family, no contact, and uh, attachment, breaking attachment. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it from the place, the standpoint, because that's kind of where I was talking about earlier. See, I knew they was gonna do that. Gonna start barking. Husband and wife. We're not talking about husband and wife. It's one. Remember I said earlier, husband and wife is in over here in Create Joy Studio for Karen McCoy and William McCoy. It's one. We are growing to be one. So there's no he's gonna do this because he's this, and this. No, if we agree that we're not doing it, that's just it. We're one. So you can't pull us apart, and family will try to do that. So sometimes you have to detach yourself from those people so that you can let them see that you ain't playing. And sometimes that takes some time, especially if you're in a fresh marriage. Okay, let's see. We got dealing with everything falling apart due to aging parents. Oh, now that one's a little different. Yeah, that one's a little different. I still would say have boundaries, know what you can and can't do. Don't commit to something that you just can't do it. But that's a I guess I have that 3 times because I have aging mother and 2 aging grandmothers. Because y'all know both of my grandmothers are almost 100. Well, one of them she'll be 100. She on her way because she just turned 99, so she's on her way. All right, let's peekaboo. See what we got. Oh, that's good. I want some more light colors under there though. Oh, that's blue. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, let's get some of that violet oxide. Where is it? So So Fire Horse, is that kind of like going down the path of what you're saying? Because I mean, keep asking questions, and there's plenty of us here in the chat. Somebody in the chat maybe can relate to what you actually are going through, and can give you a little bit more input. But something on that, I still would say know what you can and can't do. You got to know your limits. Just because they're parents, that still doesn't mean that they're your responsibility. Sometimes they have places. That's why they have these places where we have to put people, and we want to put them in nice places so that they're not, mistreated or whatever. But I mean, and it's not always your responsibility. I think some of us think because they're our parents, they're supposed to be our responsibility. And if you decide that they are, then that's cool. But then if you end up losing your whole sanity, then it's like, was it worth it? It's like I tell my mom all the time. Like her mom is now 99 years old, and my mom is in her 70s. And thank God she's in good health enough that she is there for her mom. But I was like, but if it's really making you where you don't feel like you can do it, then you need to just say you can't do it. Yep. Care homes are doing a great job. Oh, so if they're doing a great job, because some places, I ain't talking about the ones that have a bad name, but some places are just amazing. They have great people, they have great staff. Because some people were just, they have a calling, just like we have a calling for art. They have a calling to care for the elderly. Let me tell y'all. So let me give y'all a little why I know I'm not meant to be a caregiver. So my grandma, my dad's mom, because my dad's mom and my mom's mom are still living. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not showing y'all that when it comes off. My bad. Um, so today the lady called me on the phone because remember I was in the car. I've been in the car pretty much from 6 o'clock this morning till around 1 o'clock this afternoon. And so the lady called me and she's like, "Hey, I'm calling about such and such because I was trying to get a hold to her and she's not answering her phone and she don't have a voicemail set up and I can't leave a message. So can you call her and tell her we need her to call her and make an appointment?" I say, "Okay, sure." So I did, and I called, and I'm trying to tell my grandma what the lady said, and she wouldn't shut up. And yes, I'm gonna say it this way because I can say it to y'all, but I wouldn't tell her that. She wouldn't shut up. But she just kept talking, and she's like, "Well," I said, "Your doctor," and I kept trying to talk and whatever. So now I just shut up. I shut up, and I went on to driving. And she's like, "You there?" I said, "Yes, I'm still here." She's like, "Well, I don't know what it is." I said, "Well, Grandma, I'm trying to tell it to you. If you just let me get a word in edgewise." That was my way of saying shut up. She said, "Oh yeah, I just don't know why they call you." I said, "Because you gave them my phone number and they couldn't get in touch with you, so they called me." She's like, "Yeah, but she's supposed to be calling me." I said, "Well, Grandmama, again, the lady said," and she kept on talking, so I shut up again. Now, mind you, this conversation went on for about 15 minutes, so I still didn't tell her what the lady wanted. About 15 minutes done went past. And again, I shut up again. And she said, "Well, is you going to tell me what the lady said?" I said, "I sure will." I said, "She wants you to call her at this number. You ready? You got a pen? You ready?" And the number is, and she said, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on." I was like, "Oh, you're not ready?" She said, "No, hold on." Like, man. So that's how I know I'm not meant to be a caregiver because when I'm trying to do something, don't be talking over me. Don't talk over me. I'm trying to deliver a message, and you interrupted PMR studio for me to answer the phone for her, and now you want to take up 15 minutes of my time? Come on now. Remember boundaries. Know what you want. Know what you like, so that when people disrupt it, you know that it's been disrupted, and then you ain't gotta tell them, but you can just kind of navigate them back in the middle. But, well, okay, well, Grandma, I gotta go. I gotta get back on. She always say on the tube. I said I gotta get back on the tube. Okay. Well, thank you for calling me, telling me that. I said you're welcome. No problem. All right. Well, let me go on and call her. You go on and do what you gotta do, cause I got to go. I said okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm gonna call her now. You think she kept going for another 10 minutes? I said, Lord have mercy, lady, get off my phone. Now that's the grandmama that's 95. Hey, Casey. Casey, I watched your live too because I had to see what the good news was. That was after the phone call, and then by then Casey was on, so it was kind of like, okay, got what Casey had to say. Then I went on back over to PMR the studio. I had y'all on the ride today. I did. All right, let me go back. I gotta go back. I gotta go back. Dealing with everything falling apart due to. Oh, I read that. We have. Yep. All right. I see a lot on IG people talking about unwanted inheritances and all that goes with that. Unwanted. I mean, yeah, people don't want all that stuff these days. And then sometimes they don't even need it. I mean, I ain't saying I don't want my inheritance, but you know, I don't want. I don't want. Oh, this is what I don't want. I don't want you to kind of keep it over my head and be like, "Well, I'm gonna disinherit you." Okay, no problem. You do that. Carla said, "My brother showed his face 2 times in 7 months while our mother was dying. I was furious with him. It was all on me. I've since forgiven him. We are all we have left now." Oh, Carla, I don't have no siblings like that. My dad had 2 other daughters, but they had mamas. So I'm the only child my mama got. So I'm it. Uh, Karen, Casey's at lunch. Okay, I think I'm caught up. All right, know what you want, know what you like, and boundaries. Yep, that's it. I see a lot of adults being told what to think by others, including their parents, till they don't know what they think for them. Oh my God, that is one thing I can say. My kids are happy that I do not do, and I mean, maybe sometime they probably wish I did, but I don't even tell Mr. McCoy what to do. I look at him and be like, like yesterday when we went to dinner, he did order what he wanted, and in my mind, I'm just like, that's what he gonna eat. But then it came back and they didn't. They had a lot of don't haves. I was like, dang, y'all got a lot of I ain't gots today in this restaurant. I wanted a blue moon in the bottle. They ain't have it. I was just like, well, wait a minute. He wanted strawberry salad. They ain't have strawberries. I was like, oh my goodness. Then they had something else I wanted and they didn't have. It's like, well, good God Almighty, how y'all in business today? It's just Sunday. All right, I need to braille this beautifulness off somewhere. I got to put these papers on the floor now, y'all. Oh, that's pretty. All right. Hold on, I need to get a whole big old piece of paper now. That requires me getting up and pulling out some exam paper, cutting it up, slapping it down. But I'm happy that most all my children, they're pretty self-sufficient on their thoughts. They don't want to be told what to do, and they do pretty good with taking responsibility when they mess up. Because they'll say something like, "Yeah, I know better, and I could have did this, and I could have did this, but you know what? I just took a gander and did it my way." And I'm just like, "Okay, how'd it work out? How'd it turn out for you? Let's talk about it." And they'll be like, "No, ain't nothing to talk about. I learned. No, move on. Won't do it again." So that's just how it works out, right? Got the Kool-Aid, but ain't got no sugar. Peanut butter, no jelly. Oh, get back down. We're not ready for you to come up. Oh, look at that. Is that not yummy? Ooh, that is birthday. Now, think about all of this. Once these papers dry, we're going to cut them up. That's why I wanted the whole thing on this paper. Look at all them colors in there. Colors. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, I got to get up, put this one over there, hang it up so it can really dry. I got my table back. Because, the whole right side of my studio, the granddaughter had took it over. All right, let us see. I think we got some empty plates. Well, let's take this one. We're going to take Eddie. Let's see if we can flop him off right there on there. Take a lot of this paint and put it on a plate. Hopefully. There we go. Toast and no jam. Y'all know. We're going to take P and put her over here. Plop it on there. Oh yeah. Oh, that one's fun. Let's sit that right there. And we have an empty 12 by 12. Use our next. Take you and flop you on there. And pull your lawn off. I gotta pull it down a little bit. Flop that off over there. No wasting. See, that worked out. I had all my gel plates. All right, put you there and brayer you off. Oh, beautiful. That's gonna be lovely. So I can start all over again, just right over here on this plate, but I won't. I won't. We won't. We won't. We'll just slap it on there and keep it moving. Hold on, we got some off-camera stuff going on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, there we go. Put you right there. Have you given that big plate a name? Yes, Lisa, this big plate is called Champ. I named it after the puppy. It's a champion. And the dish is still dirty in the sink. Hey, Catherine. Catherine, we missed you yesterday. I was late sending out that link for our live yesterday. Sending out Saturday. I'm going to have to do better. I think I had got your email, but I feel like I did, but people might have had stuff to do. Look at that. So we got this one. We flopped off on here. So we still got designs on there. I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to pull it with dioxazine purple. And is now. Let's talk about this big old yummy plate. Look at that. There we go. Let's put it back in the middle. Look at all of that. After putting all of that paint on here and looking at what's left on the plate. So let's look at it this way. If I wasn't on a live and I just did the process that I just did, right? Then I would have been talking to myself. Especially if it would have been, let's say I was talking about, I need to forgive such and such and such because they just, crossed me wrong. They did something that hurt my feelings, or, they said something and I'm not happy with it. But I have to deal with them at Thanksgiving, right? I need to forgive them so that, for one, I can have peace and I can still show up in love. The conversation would be something like, I would have to forgive with love to know the peace that I want in my life. And while I'm putting each layer down, while I put the stencils down, I did choose these stencils before I started the live because I wanted each one of these details was kind of scattery for me, but it made sense. See you later, Casey. Have fun. Don't have too much fun at work, but have fun. Like this right over here, spatial thoughts. Right here, we sometimes have to get into groups and have conversation with people. These kind of look like groups of people. Over here, I don't know, but it looks like it's coming together. And over here, because this stencil is called Tears, I knew it was teardrops. Tears. I knew tears. I got it because I know that if I have to forgive somebody, I'm going to shed some tears working through the process. So all of these stencils right here they kind of talk to me, right? And when I kind of rushed through it a little bit, not a lot. Teardrop petals. Thank you, Eddie. I'm going to get it. Like that concertina. I got it, but I don't know why I just want to say teardrops. But it's petals. And Eddie, he's the designer. For y'all that don't know and you're new here, Eddie in the designer. If there are any other designers in the chat, recognize yourself. Recognize. But Eddie did this one. He's right there in the chat. Eddie makes art. He designed this one. So I want to stay focused and I want to move forward past whatever it is, right? And now I'm just really talking hypothetical to explain. That's why when I saw Lizette using her gel plate, her 16 by 20, I was like, man, she is just maneuvering that plate. I was like, oh, she threatening me with some more real estate. Like, I can use some more real estate because I was flipping and flopping them 12 by 12s like it wasn't nothing. So this gave me, when I do it, usually I'm doing it to, off camera. I'm looking at a movie, or if I need some quiet time, then I'm going to do my quiet time. And then I'll start talking to myself about whatever the situation is so that I can start forgiving, not only forgiving, but forgiving with love, right? So I can actually experience the peace. Because, we forgive people like, yeah, I forgive you, move on. I'll holler, holler at you later. And then we really don't forgive them because every time something happens, we kind of throw it back up in their face. Forgiveness isn't mean that you're going to keep bringing it back up over and over and over again. That's not what it means. But when you forgive somebody, for real, you forgive them, and then when they walk in the room, you just be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing, girl? What's up? What's up? How you doing?" And they be like, "Oh, I'm fine," and then they want to sit down. And if you forgive them, you'll let them maybe sit there. But if it's the type of relationship what Zal was talking about earlier, where if it's one of the people where you'd be like, you've forgiven them, but you're just not gonna give them room because you got those boundaries up. See the boundaries. You got your boundaries up and you're not going to let them all the way in, but we're going to forgive them. So I do quiet work a lot of times, like with watercoloring or mixed media or whatever, especially if I haven't, once now that I've gotten through the forgiving the people that took my son's life, I say if I can forgive that, I pretty much can forgive anything. But what I won't do is, again, I will not let you continue to treat me any kind of way and disrespect me. That I just won't. I'll forgive you and keep it moving. But sometimes people say it's not, I don't tell you to forgive like because it's simple. It's not. Because people usually say just forgive. You can just forgive them and move on, right? But nobody talks about why are you holding on to whatever it is in the first place. It's pain. It mattered. It changed you. It caught you off guard, right? October the 4th will never be the same. My life was never be the same again because something happened. It caught me off guard. It changed my life. So I personally do art therapy. Like I do real art therapy, talk about it, get through it, and hold not trying to hold on to it, you know? Because what I've learned is sometimes the pain is not just what happened. Sometimes it's a conversation that I keep having to deal with afterwards, the replay that I put myself through. Like, why did that happen? Why did they have to do that? Why didn't he leave? Why didn't they just do this? Or why didn't they just do that? Or why can't she just leave me alone? Or why can't they just change? Or why do they have to be such a butthole? Those things are exhaustion. They're exhausting. It's just exhausting. And so I choose to forgive whether the person deserves it or not. You know who do deserve it? I do. I deserve it. And I've had to forgive a lot of things in my life. But the one person that I've had to forgive the most in my life is me. Because I allowed, outside of my son, a lot of things that have happened, I've allowed it. Because I didn't set those boundaries. And forgiveness does not mean remove the boundaries. Does not. It does not. It does not. Hi, Patricia. How are you? So, when people say forgive, well, just forgive them and just move on. Listen to what they say and just don't worry about it because they didn't just get hurt by the people or the person or whatever. They didn't just get cheated on, or they didn't just get somebody tell them that they're a bad mother or a bad father. You don't know. Or they just you just didn't get somebody just told you wasting your money. Be like, hell, I ain't asked you for a dime. Don't be telling me, but I'm wasting. If I'm wasting my money, it's my money. Don't worry about it. As long as me and Mr. McCoy happy, that's all that matters. Remember, because we becoming one. And if I'm happy, he happy. And if he's happy, I'm happy. Right? So that's how the big plate really, really, really works for me. P says she's letting it go. She is working through it. What's she working through? Them inners or outers? Okay, wait. Somebody said, am I confused, Rhonda? I thought it was you, Yolande. I admire both of you. Wait a minute. What I miss? Oh, y'all got that together. Is that something I need? I gotta scroll back. Did I miss something? If I got one, it would be Mama Cass. Oh, Rhonda, cuz you're a California dreaming. Oh, you talking about the plate? Yeah, this is Champ. This is a big Champ. It's Champ. Champ. Champ, Champ, Champ. So, okay, I think I'm caught up. She said all of it. Okay. Now, she might say all of it, but I want her personally. She might not want to say what all of it is, but I need to make sure she know what all of it is for herself. So that way, when them people come in the room start talking that trash again, she won't get triggered. We don't want nobody to be this is the reason we're doing this work is so when people do, because the people gonna bring them big guns out, they're gonna bring them back out. Your family members are going to try you again. My family tries me on every time we get together. They try me. Let's see, this should be dry enough. Y'all know it just need to be dry enough for me. And let me look under there. That is so beautiful. We're gonna do 2 pieces of paper right there. We're gonna do a boom boom. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna do a boom and then a boom. That's what we're gonna do. But let me decide what we're gonna pull. Do y'all have some looking at what's on the plate? What do you think? What color should go down? What you want to pull it with? Ooh, never mind. Look, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Never mind. Her gonna need it because I done let it dry. I can't do it now. Yeah, it needs it. But let's see. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, it's dry. Yeah, it's dry. It's dry. There we go. Okay, so because a good example for the triggers was it was nobody's fault last year for Thanksgiving. Y'all remember that Thanksgiving. Please, can we see underneath? Yeah, sure. Cookie Wookie, you want me to flip this 16 by 20? Let me show you how it'll work out. Flip, flip. Let's go. Boo. Oh, ow. Yes. Look at that blue. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, look at that violet oxide and the yellows and ooh. Oh, I'll be so glad when I get my light fixed because I hate the way the light does in the jelly plate. I mean in the acrylic. There we go. It is beautiful. It is very much so beautiful. Reference to not letting people get on my. Oh yeah, yes, I got you. I got you. I'm sorry, I might have confused your stencils one time too. Oh, Carla. Okay, I got you. I think you and Rhonda chatting it up. Got it. Um, since it's dry, because I was getting ready to just pull it with black paper, because that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. Well, maybe I just need to go and. Oh, hold on. Never mind. Never mind. I want to do that. We're gonna get two 12 by 12s. Never mind. Hold on. Let me get some. Let me get some. Let me get some. What's this stuff called? What is this one? This one is. Yep. Get some. We can still do that. Let's shellac some stuff on here. Literally shellac. Just slap it down. Boop boop. Just slap it down. Don't matter. It's just gel gloss. That's all. Just to get a little wetness so I can go on and pull it with the black paper. That's all. All right, that was maybe a little too much. No, it's not. It's gonna dry. It'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. long as you're having fun. If you're having fun, then it's fun. It's not enough paint until you get your hands dirty. You got to get your hands dirty. You get your hands dirty, then it'll be. All right. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Angela. All right. Ooh, that's beautiful on that paper. All right, now I got to get my paper. Hold on. Got to get to moving. Kind of like having, what you call that? Put that right there. Then we're going to put this one right there. Oh, yeah. Angela, I am doing just fine. As we say here in Alabama, I am fine as frog hair cut 5 ways. And if y'all know about frogs and some hair, you know I'm fine. And is. I believe some people enjoy tripping. Oh, yes. I learned that walking away and not engaging worked miracles. Shut the doors on their need to create chaos. I told you, I had to tell my kids, I apologize for raising them in chaos. Their lives are so daggum calm right now. They just like don't even know didn't know what to do. I said, baby, it's okay. I apologize. I apologize. I mean, because when you were raised in chaos and you just know chaos, when calm and peace and joy come around, you be like, wait, what's this? It's like ain't nobody talking, ain't nobody cussing, ain't nobody like, wait, what? It's okay, calm down. Yeah, surely did. My daughter's like, it's just be so like I don't even know. I'd be like, baby, just it's okay. Don't worry about it. You okay? You're doing a good job. You know, you have to tell your kids you're doing a good job because they are a mirror of you. So you encourage them that they're doing a good job, and then you continue to see them. Y'all see all that? You see how we put that plate together? We ain't worrying about it. We ain't worrying about it. Let's see how much of it do I got? Most of it on it. We got a piece of paper down there. All right, let me get my real time so I can see. So you finna go? Gotta leave. Keep on all right, so you know it's Monday. We'll be riding out. So who knows? I might be here when you come back. You never know. All right, so I need a strip up there. Um, where's a strip of paper when you need it? Oh well, I have to pull that later. Okay, I'm not gonna let it dry, but we're gonna let it dry enough so that I can show y'all because I still got the card things I need to do. Let's pull that up. That got a little up, not a lot. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's gonna be so pretty. So I can go back over that. Because y'all know in my Darcy voice, ain't nobody got time for to be waiting. I just want to show you, see? And it has some gloss. Look at that shimmer. Ooh, that is beautiful. That is very much so beautiful. Ooh, and let's get the big girl off. Let's see if she gonna come off. Ooh, yes. We can make some beautiful cards with this. And look at all that yumminess that's left on the plate. Are we mad because it's left on the plate? Nope. Nope. Now, what I am going to do, well, I'm going to show you this first. Look at that. Look at that. So this is a soft gel gloss that I got. Soft body, clear and drying, acrylic medium. That's what it is. Put on there, you know, so, because I've been wanting to pull on the black paper. Now, I got all of this yumminess. So let me do what I do. Oh, I got some of that paper right here. So I'll be ready. All right. I'm gonna take a picture and show y'all what my floor looks like. I got papers everywhere. You know what that means? That means that I've been breathing. I feel good. My heart feels good. My joy meter is off the charts. And I said I was gonna do dioxazine purple. Mo, close your eyes. Close your eyes, Mo. We're going in hot, a little hot mode, just a little bit, just a little bit. Time for me to go Z's. All right, Firehorse, it was good hanging out with you. I look forward to seeing you all gone. Come back and hang out with us. We would love to have you. We're here every Monday and Wednesday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And who is the other new one? Zuzu? Zuzu, you still here? Okay, we got purple, we got pink, and let's do some orange. But I got some orange somewhere. Where's some orange? Some orange. Some orange. Orange. Ooh, that's a good one. Look at that one. Ooh, that's beautiful. Let's put some orange over there. Oh, I need the big brayer. Oh, well, no worries. We'll get her done. Get her done. Get her down. Get her down. Get her down. Going in, going in. Just get her down. Don't worry about it. Mix it up. Mix it up. Sing a happy song. This is where, sometimes when you're in the studio by yourself, you get to sing a happy song. Just like get your song on. Get your dance on. Like Paula be saying, she be dancing in the kitchen. I need to reach out. See how her doing. Look at that. Oh, we need some edges. Some edges didn't get enough paint on them. It's not gonna be good, but we ain't gonna worry about it. All right, let's get the paper down. Whoa. Float on. There we go. We're not worrying about the edges. We ain't put enough paint over there. We're not stressing over it. It's okay. Don't worry about things you can't change. Hey, Lynn. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great day. All right. Let's float it down. Up and down. Float. Float on. There we go. That's going to be very much so beautiful. All right. And just paper. I'm put it in a journal anyway. All right, big girl covered. We're going to let her dry. We're going to let her name Champ. Well, it's a he. His name Champ. Sorry. So this is my 16 by 20 gel plate. We just did a McCoy mashup on it. Now we are going to put it over here. Let's see. Let's flip it over so you can see what the other side looks like. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that purple and that aqua. So this was what was over there. The aqua, bright aqua green that you see in there. That turned out good. And we put some orange, some fluorescent orange over there. Look how it went in with that pink. That turned out beautiful. Ooh, that's nice. That's very much so nice. All right, let's put her back over here so she can dry. And I will give her, she won't get pulled on this live. All right, there we go. That came from the big plate. My brayer is screaming, can it have a bath? I think these turned out great. Like, look at that. I like that. So, it's a little heavy, so I'm going to let these dry. Okay, Adrian, see you later. Look at that. Look at it. Like, so, this will be a little challenging for me to cut. But, I'm going to have to let it dry anyway. Oh, I can't put it over there. The dog was over there. I see hair. So let me put it over here in the drying rack. She didn't come back to the door, so hopefully she's up there on the porch. Not out there doing something her ain't got no business. So there's some of those. The deli plate, deli sheets. That one, that one. Then we have that one. The other ones are over there on the floor, and the big one is way over there drying. Excuse me. Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat. All right. Now let's go back and pull this one with gold. Do we want to do gold? Yeah, let's do something. Let's do this. This is Naples yellow. Thank you, Rhonda. Oh, what? That's a little one. That's not a big one. That's all right. I bought me some. What's that stuff called? I think it was Lizette that took those and made a little tray out of them. So I bought me some whatever that stuff is, acetate, I think that is. So I'm gonna. My daughter says she'll walk me through doing it because she does them, make keychains and stuff out of. I was like, oh, that'd be cool when she has time. Because that's a busy little beaver too. She has her own stuff to do. I'm gonna pull this on black paper. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. See how it centers around the flowers? Oh, Lord, that's a lot of light. That means I moved my desk. I got to put my desk back over to the left. So when we redid my desk, I put it back over to the right. I need to move it back over that way because the light is up there. But that's going to be beautiful. We're going to let that dry completely. And then later on, I'll make cards out of that later. But all right, what's on this plate? Let's get some paper on this one. We're going to put some, where is it at? Purple, where I just had it. Well, let's do Prussian. Let's put Prussian. That's a lot of paint, Karen. Well, that's okay. If you ain't having fun. See, I don't think it was a lot of paint. That's a big plate. It's not a little plate. We want enough paint to get on it. Get in there. I don't think that was enough. Let's put some more. I thought the kids here in Alabama was on spring break this week, but they're not. So, and then I think the other kiddos in Georgia, I think my niece said her kids they don't go on spring break until Easter time. So they have Easter, what is called Easter, I don't want this do I? Yeah, we can. Easter break. That's what I used to have when I was in school. We used to get our Easter break, but now they have kids be out of school. They actually be out of school a lot. Oh, you know what, Catherine? I forget about you're in Australia. Listen, girl, my bad. What do you say, Catherine? Say, Catherine say, I like you, Cameron. I don't like you like that. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to maybe try to do one maybe so you can maybe do one later so you can be on. Is this not beautiful? Is that, oh, let's go over here. Is that not beautiful? So you got to get all the light. Oh my goodness, look at that. Mm. That's just nice. That's just real nice. If I may say so myself, that's just real nice. All right, what we got? Let's put orange on this one. Ooh, that's a lot. Fluorescent orange for Team Orange. Oh, Adrian she left. Who else is Team Orange? We got some more Team Orange people in the house. Team Orange. Yeah, see my brayer, it's got stuff on it. We ain't gonna worry about it. Well, maybe I might not get. Oh, well, yeah, I still can. Oh yeah, Lisa is Team Orange. Zal, you like orange? Are you Team Orange? Like, I thought you had some other ones. So yeah, so this one is wood rose, and also you can see I flopped off teardrop petals is in there too. I did a flop off. Yeah, kind of can see it. All right, we got those. I think that's it. That's it. Oh, let's get this brayer. I'm gonna have to put it in some water. It's acting wonky. Oh, and Mariah or P, if you can hear me. Yesterday I stamped out my stamps, all of my stamps that I have. I stamped them all out, but I need to go back and put the names on the name of them. Some of them I got the designers, but I stamped them all out. So we got Eddie's. I can't remember who did that one. I have to go back. Those are Paula's eyes, Carrie's windows. I don't know if that's the name, but and I don't remember. I think that one is Froyle. That's Brad. That's Rhonda. And wait, I'll flip it over. Yeah. Darcy's Whimsical. Where's the other one? I didn't put them together. Wonder why I didn't do that. Oh, it was in the wash. And I think this one is Rhonda, is this one yours too? The hearts? And Brad, I think the bee and the butterflies, Brad too. So I need to go back and put the names of them on there so that I can have them, like she said, because that was a good idea. I pulled the paper out immediately. So that's what I did yesterday was stamp them out. And then you have Groovy Patterns by Brad. And so Groovy Patterns, it's 3 of them. And the other one's over there. And the bee, butterfly, and the hummingbird. Okay, a Brad. Okay. With my pen. Let me go and do that right now. And that one was Froyle. Yep, the script was Froyle. Okay. Froyle script. Because I ain't going to have a cookie wookie all the time. That way I can tell y'all what they are. And then the square one was Rhonda. Yalan is the heart. Where did it go? Okay, Yalan. See, y'all learning things today. Yalan. And Brad knows the birds and the bees. He's the man. Oh, goodness. Yeah, this one is Rhonda, for sure. I know that, for sure. That was one of the first ones I got. And then over here, this is Carrie and Becky. So those Carrie's numbers, Becky's music trellis, and the artist, the dates, and the name, date, and info for you send artist trading cards. And Plaid. So is that the name of it, Plaid? Okay, run, do. And then over here, of course, this one right here that I need to go back in and stamp it because my ink thing ran out and I didn't do it. But that's me. I'm the designer of these. Where Hope Blooms. That would be Tanika and Joshua. Yup, sure is. And I can't stamp it now because they're in the bath. And yeah, Groovy Patterns. It's 3 of them. Groovy Patterns. And nothing on that side. And that's it. Okay, and this was bread. Now who did the eeny weenies? The teeny weenies, eeny weeny, teeny weenies, little polka dot bikinis. These 3 right here. Was that Brad too? Carla, it was P's idea. So when she said it, I was like, wait, that'd be a good idea. Now that I only have a bucket full, so I pulled them out and started doing them. Those are Brad's. Okay, all Brad's. All right. Brad is a little busy little bee. And the other one for the whimsical, I'll have to do that one. And there's another one. Yeah, see, this one didn't stamp out good because I needed to clean it. This is a good. Hey, take this. When you put acrylic paint on these stencils, I mean on these foam stamps, have your little bath for them. Especially if you put a lot of paint on them, like I did today. I put a lot of paint on my flowers, and so I put them in there immediately because I want them to stay clean so you can get the details. And so when I was stamping out Carrie's numbers, this one I had used it and it had a paint, so I had to put it back in the wash. That shows you what'll happen. So I had to put it back in the wash. So I'll have to restamp it, but you get the gist. I get the gist of what it was. Both of those had to go back in the wash because you want a clean, crisp, um, stamp. So for the most part, all of them did good. And these are all the ones that I have so far. So I have a pretty good collection, I must say myself. Oh, who was this one? You probably said and I missed it. Let's see. Even though my favorite color is still blue. See, I thought your color was orange, but I scrubbed them with a soft nail brush and it works really well for the nook and crannies. Brad, okay. And what's it called? Is it Oxagon or something like that? So Rhonda, the good thing is Atomic works because it looks like Atomic something. The good thing is I got this from the dollar store and I just sit it right here. And usually I'll be using them going back and forth. And I have their little towel. They have their own little towel that I put them in to dry. So right now I treat everybody equally. Stencils actually they haven't gotten a lot of love because I've been using stamps. Like I've just fallen in love with the stamps. But I also have been doing a lot of mixed media stuff too. Speaking of which, let me continue to move forward because today we're talking about forgiving. Forgive so that you can still love these jerks or these people or whatever you want to call them. I call them God's people because, He sent His Son to die for them, not me. So, but I still have to sometime, we have to be around family. So forgive them so that you can have your peace of mind. Set your boundaries. Set your boundaries. And when they cross over and step on your Christian Louboutin, it's okay for you to say, hey, you just stepped on my shoes. No, actually say, oh, you just stepped on my Christian Louboutins. And for those that don't know what Christian Louboutins is, ask Miss Google. And then ask Miss Google to show you the price. And you'll see why I keep saying Christian Louboutins. And no, I don't own any Christian Louboutins. They're not comfortable. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Okay, let me put those back over there. Ooh, I see I did a long haul last night. I didn't this was okay, so this was my granddaughter. We did this last night. And because it was so much paint, I couldn't do anything with it. So I told her, I was like, I'll have to do it. Look at all that paint. She enjoyed throwing paint on this plate. You hear me? She enjoyed it. Do that color, do that color. And I didn't care what color it was. I just let her choose the color, just go for it. She liked the blues. And every now and then I would throw some fluid in there so we got to keep it a little loosey-goosey on it. Got to keep it loose. But I can hear Christy Hartman saying, well, maybe not Nick Titan Buff on this one because she did a lot of white. But I am going to make an executive decision and I'm going to put down that violet because that's my new jam. I'm going to put down this violet oxide because it's my new jam. And this is fluid acrylic too. So it's going to tell me if it's going to work good as a pull color. All right, let's get our other brayer. She worked this stencil so hard, it just said, I'm done. I don't want to work no more. It's like, I'll get put out. You've worked me to death, so I'm going to have to put it in Put it in some Murphy's oil and leave it probably for about a week. All the paint that's on it. It's so flimsy and limp. Oh, they're out there barking their little hearts out. They're probably like, yo. But the puppies are still asleep. I don't hear them, but they ate before I came on the live. All right, let's. Oh. There we go. I'm going to say yes. Oh, atomic burst style 1. Okay. Let's see how much adhering this is going to do because it's a lot of paint. It's a lot of paint. Rhonda said, I can't. Some things are unforgivable, at least to me. Rhonda, would you like sharing an example of what is just unforgivable for you? I think I gave the ultimate for mine. My ultimate one of forgiving. Now, I say I have forgiven them. But the real test is when if I have to get in front of them, and I won't have to be in front of them no time soon. But it will be what if you can be in front of them without wanting to, knock them out. Oh, she's come back to the door. Oh, I'll leave that for y'all to take a gander at while I let Sienna Grace back in. Come on here, girl. Where did Sienna go? Come on, Sienna. Good girl. Come on. I'll be glad I got a door in here to let you in and out. All right, now go sit down and rest your nerve. Go sit down. Good job. Okay, gotcha, Rhonda. But I can feel you. Look at that. So I pulled that one with violet oxide. But so the reason I asked, because that's always when I teach on forgiveness, it's always one of the things that is, there are people like, oh, you don't know what they did to me. And I get it. I mean, again, I'm talking from a place where, people just really, robbed my son and took his life. And so that I can have some resemblance of peace in my mind, I had to say, God, listen, I forgive them. I'm not going to forget what they did, but I forgive them. Kind of took the high road, trying to take the high road. Like I said, until maybe I get in front of these people, I don't know if I really, really truthfully did. But right now I'm telling myself I did. Hey, Tammy, are we on spring break? Are we on break yet? Y'all need to go check out Tammy's channel. Tammy over there creating some cute, cute little stuff. Oh, I can't wait to get this one off so I can use it. I'm going to cut this one up, make little cards. I already can see it. All right, that's the big one, but you go over there. All right, put them all down. Everybody got... Rhonda, I'm trying to be, but I'm trying. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying. Yeah, but I have to ask the question, have I really? I mean, I continue to ask myself the question, have I really? I mean, because that's a big pill to swallow. And I would like to think that I have rose above it, but I'm not forgiving them for them. I'm forgiving them for me. I think that's the part that really made me know that I have to do it. I have to do it for my sanity, because I was cussing some folk out, and I don't mean with, some curse words, but it was getting to be. It was getting to be that I just was not liking life and things that were going on, and I just had, my temper was short, and I know that's where it stemmed from. I know it. And then when people be doing stuff, and I just be like, don't you see I'm hurting over here? Why are you acting stupid? Why do you want me to really just cut your throat? Like, really? And so I had to just really start. And then my mentor last year, just like, no, you need to forgive for you. She's like, I know, like she knows. And she's like, I know, but it's not for them. It's for you. And it's true. Because if you don't, child. And then I want to forgive because I want people to forgive if I do something wrong. I want somebody to forgive me. I mean, not to say that I'm going to go out here and take somebody's life. But I ain't going to say I won't. I'm just going to say what I definitely don't see myself doing. But that's why I don't carry a gun. Because I got a short fuse. The elevator don't go all the way to the top some days. It don't. Some days, Mr. McCoy tell you, I'll be ready I'll be ready to go at it. This past weekend, I was ready to go at it. Last week, I was ready to go at it. Last month, no, November, I was ready to go at it. So it's just one of those things. You just, with whatever grain of resemblance of a thought process that you have, that's where I say, think about it for yourself. But if it doesn't bother you, because it was bothering me. Sometimes things don't bother people. If it doesn't bother you, then don't worry about it. Like Zal said earlier, she's setting her boundaries up. She just don't deal with some folk. Some people I don't have to deal with them, but I just deal with them based on, you know, just a little bit. That's why you don't drive, Eddie. Ooh, let's talk. Ooh. We won't talk about, well, driving. I'm not that bad. I am not. All right, I want this one. So this is where it gets hard when you come to cutting, but I'm gonna have to cut it. Turn it back over this way, and we want 4.5. Do we want 4.5? Let's see. We want 4.5. I'm not sure. Y'all, I went to Aldi when I dropped my granddaughter off. Me and my daughter was at Aldi, and oh, I gotta cut that even more. Okay, and they had, I got some crab legs. I'm gonna do my own crab bowl. Oh yes, oh yes, that's gonna be beautiful. There we go. Now we're gonna cut. How much of that we need to cut off? Because y'all know I'm not a measurer. If y'all out there and you measure all your stuff, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I ain't gonna say what we say over here on. Don't judge me, judge it. If you know, you know. I'm finna get the glue and get the gluing it down and all, but I'm gonna cut off, say about right there. Bitty Penny, when she be cutting, I be like, oh my god, she be measuring. I be like, oh. Then I try to write down some of the measurements. I just be like, I just can't do it. Zal, listen, that's why I had to go to Aldi while I was by one, because there's not an Aldi by me. I was in Albany, Georgia. The closest Aldi to us, I still would have to drive an hour, and Albany was an hour, so nope, no measuring. I ain't got time. Like, I'll spend time painting and deciding what stencil to put down, or deciding how my McCoy mashup gonna look, or how many stamps. I'm not finna. I'm not trying my best not to measure. Now, when I do make my art journals, I measure a little bit to cut the books out. I mean, to cut the covers out. But for the most part, I'm not gonna measure. And oh, straighten up. Now we want things straight. There we go. Boom. Feel like it got crooked on me. There it is. I do both. Most times I measure, but sometimes I don't. I need to come to your house for the crab boil. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I told my friend, one of my friends that stays in Phoenix City, Alabama. I said, we're gonna have to do an old school crab boil for you. Heading home. Okie dokie. Make sure you get some gas. All right, We got this, all of these. So I'm going to make these just the cards. I'm not going to put them on a base. So I can show you the outcome or what it kind of looks, what it looks like. Kind of what I'm doing is this. So this one is on a base. You get it. Slapping paint on paper by who? Yours truly. So this one's all ready to go in the mail and, come to somebody's house. Didn't worry about what it looked like when I cut the papers up. I was like, oh, that is beautiful. I just put it on. So this is what the base would look like. It's a regular, you do whatever color base you want. And, I'm just threatening you with a good time. If you've never made a card before and you do gel print, and you got all these gel prints, we put them in our art journals. Share them, share them. Cookie Wookie, are you serious? Oh my goodness. I wonder what y'all, did I ever tell y'all a story about the little girl ponytail I cut off? We was in art class. I think I was in the second or third grade. She kept flipping her ponytail like in my back in on my desk, like she kept flipping it back there. I say flip it one more time, you gonna miss it. It's gonna be gone. And we was in art too. She flipped that ponytail back there in my face one more time. And I grabbed it like this the ponytail and that's the up there. I grabbed about that much and cut it off. Sure did. And by the time we got to go to the principal's office, I had so much of her hair on my shirt, it shouldn't have been there. Now, did I get in trouble? A little bit. But I didn't get kicked out of school because all her hair was on me. Like she kept flipping it. I was so flipping tired of her. Oh, just so tired. And then she was just a little bully. Sure did. So I wonder if she saw me today. I wonder where she is. Like, I don't know. I was in elementary school. Oh, she learned not to bother with me. She ain't bother with me ever again. And when her ponytail grew back, I bet you she ain't flipping in nobody else's face. I said, don't flip it back here. Stop. I was polite. I said, can you please stop flipping your hair? Because again, I told y'all I was a people pleaser. So I would sit there and I would take it, and it's day after day, and I don't care where we was. If we was in lunch line, she just flipping her hair. So this in particular day, I'm quite sure I had a bad day at home. Had to deal with my mama saying something crazy, and I went on to school with that little funky attitude. And she flipped that hair up there, and I did not care about the consequences. And then when I was in the sixth grade, the girl said something about, she called me a B. And I told y'all I don't like the B word. And she called me a B, and we were at lunch, and I took the mashed potatoes that resided in my plate and proceeded to smash them in her face. I said, now tell your mama about the bee who smashed mashed potatoes in your face. This is why I had to get my life together, y'all, because I wasn't trying to be that woman no more. I don't like jail. I don't know nothing about it. I ain't never been and don't want to go. I like to pee in private. I don't even want Mr. McCoy in the bathroom when I go tinkle. So I can't go to jail. So that's why I be trying to stay home and don't bother with people. Like, leave me alone. Because when I finally do come out and say what I got to say, then they want to start crying them tears. And I just be wanting to give them a little bottle. And, hold on, where that bottle at? Because this is what I used to do at work. I got these little things now. I'd be like, okay, put your tears in here because I give them to somebody who care because I don't. But that's the old Karen. I do care now. I don't want to make nobody cry. But you bother with me, I will. Now push me enough, I will. I will. I think you'd be just. Oh no, Rhonda. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to be nobody's piece or nothing. No, Oh Lord, you told me if they told me I had to go. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't know what to do. I would be crying like a big baby. That's why I don't do nothing to go. I don't do nothing to go to jail. I think the closest I probably would get to going to jail is speeding. Because that one time the man out doing 160, he's like, you know you can go to jail. Like, I literally can take you to jail for reckless driving. I said, what you mean? And then I had to realize, oh, girl, you ain't in Germany no more. I was like, man, I'm sorry. I just came from Europe. That's just the way they drive over there. Why do they start crying? Especially the ones who started. Yes, like why is you just started this fire? I'm just trying to keep warm. That's why I stay home. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep saying it. That's why I stay home. Because when you come to my house with that BS.com, I'm gonna get all them tears, put them in a bucket, and put the fire out, and put you out the gate. And I'm gonna forgive you, and I'm gonna love on you, and I'm gonna still have peace because you know, those are my boundaries. I know my boundaries now. Look at that. See, who said size does matter, but you can have a big one, you can have a little one, not too little. But we're gonna make some. We're gonna use the scraps. Well, not all the scraps. Whoever be asking for my scraps, these are scraps. I've saved them now. Lynn got a box. Lynn said, Karen, that was more than scraps. I was like, oh, I just want you to be happy. Want to make sure you had enough. But yeah, I don't. And Lisa is doing an amazing job. Y'all go check her channel out. She's doing an amazing job with them scraps. I'm just like, oh my goodness. For one, I don't have the patience. All right. See, now if I was a measurer, I would have measured these pages because all these pages, let me flip through them just in case somebody just like, well, what? Let me see the pages you're working with. So we did the gel print. I did the gel plate with different colors and stamped my flowers. And now I'm going to turn my flowers into cards. So this one you get a little bit, I'm not worrying about that you can't see it. I'm going to do some line work on there because I am the artist of these flowers, so I can go over it right there. And then there's this color. No, thank you with that gel crowd. I like enjoying the little freedoms. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They will run to the center of town to shed tears too. Attention seeking. You'd make them all slap paint on paper. We're not going to even talk about me. I probably will lose all. I wouldn't want to do nothing. I don't want to. Get somebody else to do it. Now, that's one thing I should tell my kids. Let me tell you something. There's one place I'm not going to visit you. I visit you in the hospital. You go to I'm not visiting. I'm not getting you out. Don't call me. That Joshua had to find that out the hard way. Got caught up in some stuff in college. I said, well, guess you'll have to figure out how to get that out. I'm not coming down there. Ain't. Lisa says, I have loved my scraps. I am using them, yep, in her 100-day with ABC journals. And she's doing an amazing job. Di, good morning, Di. How are you? Di, my granddaughter was here. She was in the chat the other day, but I couldn't let her hang out on your chat because I didn't know what y'all was gonna say. So I had to. I told her that because y'all be on there together, and I told her I was like, well, Miss Di on chat, but she got company. She's like, well, what's she doing? So I cut the volume down to let her see what you was doing, but she couldn't hear. Y'all know I let the mama explain things. I don't be wanting to explain things to the kiddos. That's not my job. Oh wait, this is a little one. We're gonna cut this one. Let's see how long it is. We'll measure that. Oh, it's about 8 and a something. We'll bring it down to about 4 and a something. And I still haven't gotten your package. Just to let you know, before you ask. Mail still hasn't come from Australia. Because I told her, I said, your friend from Australia, she's like, Miss Di? I said, yes. I said, she said something, but hopefully it'll come while you're here this week. So she went to the mailbox every day. And us no get package. All right. But you get the people that be like, well, if you need bail money. I'd be like, I don't need bail money. I'll be the person to keep the bail money because I just don't want to go to jail. And that will always be my thing. So I always hung out with the people that did mine. They just be like, well, if they say so with me, I'm always packing. I be like, packing what? It's like, hey, I'm always hot. Hot with what? Once I learned what they was hot with, I was like, oh Lord, I ain't going nowhere with you. Cause somebody do something crazy and you with them, you commit. It's just like you committed the crime. I ain't got time. I'm too cute to go to jail. Let's start there. I think I want to keep that white on there. Let's see. This one, that's about 4. I am just too cute. They'll just be like, oh, I want her. I'll be like, oh Lord, no. Please leave me alone. Be like, I give you my cigarettes. I'll tell my husband to send all the money. You can have it all. I don't want to even eat. You can have it. Oh, ridiculous. Every time I send a few together, one takes months, the other just a week. Really? Well, we'll keep a lookout. We're still looking, and hopefully, because I don't think y'all have to worry about no tariffs now. I think we're going to round that one. I was told if you think about rounding it, round it. Yeah, no, I'm not. I think I might. Hope. We'll see. We'll do a little interviewing over here. Hey, Dot, it'll get here when it get here, and then when it get here, it's going to be just what I needed. That's the way I'm going to look at it. No, I don't like that. I don't like black either. I don't like it. I think it's the size. I think that's what it is. I think. Let's strip it off a little bit. Vicky says, I went to the San Antonio jail at age 20. I was arrested for being a drunk pedestrian? I was passed out for being a drunk pedestrian. I was passed out in the van, and the driver received a DWI. I was mad at Dad for leaving me in there for 4 hours. Vicky, no! Oh my goodness! Sound like your dad was like my kid's dad. He would leave them. He would say that's what they get, and I would be like, "That's not the place to learn lessons. I'm just sorry. That's just not the place." And then most of the time when you went down the rabbit hole, you know, yeah, I'm not going to even go down that one. We're going to leave that one alone. Vicky was 20 and she got arrested for being drunk. Oh my goodness. I can't even picture it. I can't even picture it. Jail's just not the place to be. I'm just saying. No, nuh-uh. I just can't do it. The closest I'm gonna get to being locked up is in my studio. I need to be able to come and go. Okay, that's better. Cut it down small. Be able to come and go when I want to. Let's see. Oh, hold on. We just had a little. We had a little one. Just had a thought process. Hold up. Wait a minute. That jail place is terrible. I did goody 2 shoes after that experience. My dad wanted me to experience it. I don't. I never wanted my kids to experience it. However, I do know when you get out here in these streets and you start doing stuff you ain't got no business. I do know sometimes you kind of get hemmed up in a situation that just really shouldn't end up the way it do. I also know that there's right and wrong, but right now in our time and what's going on in the world right now, I just don't know how we justify what's right and what's wrong no more when things are the way it is. So that's a conversation for call. So I won't even go down that rabbit hole. But check out how we finna do this. We finna do this. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is why sometimes I do this on my own because I get to looking at a movie and then I get to my thought processes and I just be like, God, I just need my mind clear. Can you clear my mind? Just been needing it clear. And this is what happens. I start just doing stuff. Start thought as Patricia and Mariah said, we got some thoughts on that. We start thoughting. Like that fish book today. That fish book was the bomb. Oh, look at that. We put we put that on some what are them ledges, whatever them things called. I never can remember. And then because we got white right there, I'm gonna take it because with that to Joshua, so that's one stamp, and this one is gonna represent this one because it kind of didn't come on there. And we're gonna kind of put it right there on the edge. Look at that. Would you just look at that? And then let's say you get a sentiment. Not that I'm going to stick it on there, but something like this to put right there for your sentiment. We only regret the chances we didn't take. Look at that. And that's how that would go. Or if you want it bigger, I got some bigger ones. I wouldn't want to cover the flower up, so I would probably keep it with the small one. Kind of stick it right in there. Or no. Or it could be like you ain't even got to. Karen, thank you for. All right, Lisa. Advice in our time. See you later. Thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. And for those that have come in, if you haven't said anything in the chat, welcome in. If you're just watching, I appreciate that. And if you're on Team Replay, I appreciate you. Give it a thumbs up because you know YouTube like all that stuff because we had somebody that came in and said that my video was recommended to them. So we do all that thumbsy upsies and sharing the video. We're reaching. So I'm grateful, forever grateful. And I don't take y'all being here lightly. Y'all hanging out with me on Monday because Monday is Ride Out Monday. Wednesday I kind of hone in because Di goes on. Oh, and time doesn't change. Now we're back on the right time. So on Monday, Di goes after, Wednesdays. But look at that. I like that. That's just so cute. Where's the other one? What do I do with the other ones? Oh, put them over here. Are we going to use orange? No. I don't like orange. Maybe orange for this one. What say you? And this is a scrap, so we put that in the scrap box. I'm trying to tell you, I got a whole box that says scraps. And when whoever wants some scraps, they email me. All you have to do is send me your email me and send me, you got to send me your address. I'm not going to come and visit unless you tell me, I can come visit. And then I send you some scraps, send you a box of scraps. Off to granddaughter's gluten. Gluten? Off to granddaughter's gluten practice. Wish your ears peace. Now gluten. Gluten. I know that's supposed to say something else, so we'll wait for it. But it being its ears, it's got something to do with her playing, singing, or am I missing what? Oh, flute. Yeah. Well, duh. I didn't know your granddaughter was a fluterist. We like to stick together. That's going to be some nice noise for your ears. There we go. We're just going to take it all off. Vicky says, I'm strong-willed and did not always think of consequences. My parents had a handful with raising me. They did a good job. They did do a good job. And that's a good thing. I like now that my kids tell me that, they give me my flowers now. Even though sometimes, they say I piss them off. But, in the come back around, they be like, well, it was right. Hey, I wasn't trying to be right. I just didn't want you out there getting hit by trucks when I could have avoided it. But, I do have some children that like to learn on their own. And I allow them. I do. And I'm not going to stand up and tell you that fire is not going to burn. I'm not going to do it. I think I'm going to leave these long. I like this one, so I'm going to leave this one long. But I feel like this one needs something else to it. So I'm not going to cut that one. I'm going to cut this one right in the middle. Where are we? No, I'm not. I'm just going to take that one off. and some on the bottom. I kind of like that. When you put it on black paper, I like it. There we go. It's not talking to me. I'm trying to wait for it to say something, but it ain't saying nothing. Oh, those are the same flowers. That's what it is. Ah, let's do that. Boom. There we go. And I'm not going to sit here and do all of them. But as long as y'all watching, I'll sure sit here and entertain y'all. Because we can entertain a thought without accepting it. That's like, we can entertain the fact that I said, you should forgive without receiving it. I just know some old ladies that are just angry as heck because because of what somebody did to them. And I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be an angry old lady. Especially when the people are not in my life no more. I had a bad upbringing. Not bad, but it's just life happened. And it just I made a conscious decision to just let it go. And let them go. Because, I'm not asking you to have dinner with them. That's pretty. Amy would have liked that one for a birthday card, but she already got a card and some slippers. Look at that. Oh, look at that work. And I know whenever I get ready to like pull this card out and do something with it, I probably might do something else and stamp over it with another color, like like white or a cream to make the flower really pop out, or I'll ink it, right? And emboss it. So it's so much that I can still do with that. So much I can do with that. So we'll see. But let's see, let's do a color. I haven't done a color that I haven't done. Like this one, I feel like it needs some more, like I need to stamp on top of it because you can't really see the flowers in there. But this one I can do some line work. Maybe I could just stamp on top of it. And we've already done that one. Let's cut this up. Cut this puppy up. I usually think when I think about forgiveness, you think about your first love that either you broke their heart or they broke your heart. I think that was my first round with dealing with forgiving somebody, because everybody else that came along after that person had to pretty much pay the cost because of what that one person did. And it wasn't, the new person, it wasn't their fault. So for people that's been married for a long time and you with your only mate, you don't get that. You don't understand what I'm saying. But for those who get it, and you've been in, multiple, you get it. Because they be done did something that just hurt you to the core. You be ready for them to drive off a bridge somewhere. Just like, oh, jerk. Be like, oh. Well, let's do that. Let's do that. I think I'm going to do that. Let's do that. I like that. Maybe, maybe not. Do we like this color? Yellow would be pretty. Or orange would have been pretty. Didn't I do an orange one? No, I didn't evidently. But that would be good. And use this one for the background and put that one on there. I don't know. But you get the concept of what I'm saying. You got all these gel prints. You got all these gel prints, and you have plethoras of them. Now just use cards. Use some, like I got regular cards, and turn them into cards. And all of these, I'm going to probably do something with them, maybe. Well, maybe that one looks better. No. Maybe. Don't know. I don't know. Okay, it's almost 6 o'clock. And that was gonna be my time. I was gonna hang out with y'all and give you a little bit of stuff to just say, hey, forgive for the peace, so that you can actually enjoy your peace. Because peace isn't gonna show up 100% if you're just not ready for it. And if you're not ready for it, that's cool too. I understand that too, because I've been there, done that. It's going on year 7 of my son's murder. So I get it. And some other things that have happened. I get it. When you're ready, you'll be ready. But you don't need you don't need armor to be strong. You needed it once, but now you're just learning how to stand without it. And if you're here right now and you're hearing me, you get to rewrite the story. You don't have to just keep playing the same old reruns in your life. You get to rewrite the story. If you don't like it, change it. I promise you. Trust me. Remember, we done been through some things. All of us have been through some things. See you later, Vicky. I'm getting ready to go too. Because I'm hungry for one, but then I said I was going to get off at 6 because that way I can take the puppies to potty and all the things. Keep them on the schedule. And I feel like it was right out Monday. We've done enough. I know y'all would like me to still, but all my gel plates are full, so everything is full and everything needs to dry now. So go over to PMRT Studio, grab you some stamps, grab you my stamps per se. And if you miss this, if you just coming in or on team replay, the description box down below has the link to where you can go and grab these stamps so that you can create some beautifulness and turn these into cards for yourself. They will be they will be happy to be in your studio. Go over there. And if it's your first time ordering from PMRT Studio, there's my code that's in the description box down below too. It's Karen Fan 10. You can save a little bit if on orders over 35. Go get you some fun. Have fun. Create some joy. All right, guys. I will see y'all on Wednesday, where I probably gonna pivot on Wednesday too, only because we're getting ready to go into a new month. So usually, y'all know me, I like to kind of start spinning where we're going next month, but we're still taking care of ourselves. Remember, everything that I've told you today is about you taking care of you. If you're not ready to forgive, that's okay. But as long as you're okay, you're happy, you got peace, you have joy, and you're not torturing yourself, then it's okay. I mean, I get it. I've been there, done that. And I probably need to do some more thoughts to make sure that I don't have some people that I don't, but I'm just like, don't want to forgive them. But okay. I will see you guys later. Bye. Thank you, Lindaville.